Oh, where did we leave off? I think.
We left off with Hubert and George having had their talk, and Hubert went back to the inn.
Yes, they had a conversation.
You know the funny part about this whole bit is I've just been sitting in silence listening to everything.
You have been.
You lost in Mario Party. You canceled our session when it lost.
What?
What about Hitler?
What?
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 That's not.
Did she say Hitler?
No,
I heard Mario Party.
She was complaining. She was complaining to Jay because Jay forced us to cancel last week to go play Mario Party, and apparently he lost.
Oh, that's
You fucking lost?
I got to the semifinals, okay? I don't care.
You fucking puppet!
Muppet is crazy. What the fuck?
Boy, you muppet.
So you abandoned D&D and you didn't even win.
Fucking puppet.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. You should have at least won.
I was trying to win because I knew I was gonna get shit if I lost.
Yeah, you're getting it now.
And literally every game I had one person who was just like, "Hey, yo, fuck you, JP," and just
I was sick for one session and you guys just fall apart.
See, here's the thing. I'm too cool to try. Except if I win, I was trying real hard, and everybody sucks.
If I win, I wasn't. If I win, I was trying to win. If I lose, I wasn't even trying. There's no in between.
Oh, the amount of times I've heard that bullshit.
Yeah. Wait, did I already tell you where George is heading?
Yeah, you're heading to your mom.
Okay.
Your mom.
Mum.
Go see your mummy.
My characters.
Yeah, you're
They
going.
had like the Goosebumps TV show in the 1990s.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that show.
You don't even
And did you know they like remade the show?
Yes.
I also love that show. I just like Goosebumps.
Boom, boom, boom,
I'm
boom,
eating a
boom.
lot of candy.
That would explain why your attention seems to be everywhere.
Yes.
Alright, so before we give George another bit, does anybody have something they want to do within the inn?
I do, but it requires George.
I'm drunk and asleep.
Oh my. Let's see. Okay, I guess I'll start this off with Jubilee addressing Adel.
Surprise.
Ada will look to Jubilee.
So, did we ever get confirmation on your mother status?
She will let us know.
Uh-huh. You don't think she decided to just go along with her own plans while we were away, did you?
No.
Fair enough. Just running over anything we might be missing. So we took care of the cult's latest plan. Your mother's still squared away.
For now.
Yeah, for now. Haven is not in immediate danger.
Haven's not the only thing I'm worried about right now. But for the time being, I don't think my mother is in it.
So, when are we getting the thing from Home Masters?
When we find him.
And where is he?
She shows her the compass, which is pointing
Northeast. Northeast.
northeast.
He has moved.
Isn't that the pirate territory in that direction?
Sure is. Which is strange considering last I remember he is not welcome there at all.
That's
I
concerning.
got a feeling. I've got a feeling we need to hurry.
I've heard there's good fun to be had. I can't imagine anything going poorly.
Then you don't know
Well-
either the pirates or Pullmasters. Ugh.
Well, when you're kind of wanted by the pirates, that changes things a bit.
What happened with the pirates?
Long story.
I know we are on good terms with them, but Poe, I don't think so.
Especially with their leader, apparently.
Auto Risen. I never met them.
Oh, right, yeah, that was before you, yeah.
Well, they are an interesting people.
Okay, so that's the Poe situation. What about Rashid? What have we addressed that lately?
What about Rashi?
Otto raised his hand while sitting next to his dad.
I'll look to Otto.
To my knowledge, I'm not sure if it's still standing, but I'm pretty sure George made a deal with Rashid that he was going to help us with the puppet master, the final puppet master, when the time comes. But that's all I remember from that.
That's or he will
Alright.
That's when he will get to fight Sclodius to the death after.
Yes. A bit of a odd deal, but a deal nonetheless.
Yes.
Okay, that's that. Sorry, I'm just trying to go over every order of business and make sure all our ducks are in a row, so to speak.
Gladstone looks at you
Ugh.
offended.
You know what I meant.
I believe you've insulted him. Please apologize.
I'm sorry, Gladstone. It was an expression.
It's also that whole amulet ordeal you guys are dealing with as well.
Yes, that.
What did he say? That cut off for me.
The amulet ordeal.
Oh yes, the amulets. That's a side story's been quiet for a little bit.
Yeah, we got our hands in quite a few pots lately, so, probably get one of them stirring, you know?
I mean, we did manage to get a couple things done. I think it's just a matter of time of kind of like, I guess, that's the word I'm looking for. Dad, do you know what I'm looking for oh, I got it, priorities.
Yes.
Yeah, the problem is when each time we think we have the lid on one thing, one of the pots decides to try to boil over.
Indeed.
That's because the puppet master.
That's the thing when we are trying to cook as many things as possible. Sometimes we can't get a handle on all the things that we're cooking, and we end up spilling a few of the things.
If I may make a suggestion?
Yes.
So whenever I'm working on projects, I tend to, only focus on one no matter what happens with the other. Like, for example, if I was working on, repairing a thing of armor, but my weapon was starting to rust away, I just keep working on the armor without the weapon, and just let the weapon rust away until I'm ready to deal with it.
Well, that is a valid viewpoint. Things more difficult when lives on.
Well then, what about
But also,
whatever
like-
situation has the... Oh, sorry.
Well, like, if you let your weapon rust away, then what use is the armor in a fight?
I agree. But also, wouldn't it be better to prioritize what has the most lives at risk at the moment?
I agree.
That's a good way to prioritize, yes.
Now, here's the thing. How do you figure that out?
Well, what problems are we facing right now? The amulets, the Puppet Master, and Pole Masters. The amulets, we don't know where they are exactly. We know who has some, but we don't know where they are. The Puppet Master is currently nursing his wounds from when we stopped him from summoning that thing that was going to replace the Goddess of the Moon. So he's going to be out of commission for a little while. And Pole Masters is currently in a place where people want to kill him.
Well,
Am I missing
So
something?
again,
It's all a matter of subjectivity at this point, I think.
I mean, from the looks of it, I don't mean to sound disrespectful here, but from what you said, it sounds like with Pole Masters, one life is in danger. With the amulets, we have no idea how many people are in danger. And then with the Puppet Master, that kind of a lot of people in danger.
Reality is in danger.
yeah, but with
Which one can we like immediately like affect though? Like if we don't know where the amulets are.
That's
We
the
could
thing.
find the
point.
we could find the amulets, I think.
It waves the compass. Thanks to this, we can. The problem is how many of them there are. It would take us longer. Even if we went after one, that wouldn't solve the problem overall. Plus, George has yet to reach a conclusion on how he wants that problem to be solved. As we discussed with Xanthodon, there are two options. Either all of them are gathered in one place and kept safe forever to make sure Xanthagon never touches this realm, or they are sent to another realm where it is someone else's problem.
Real quick. While George is on the walk to his mom, can he do something real quick?
Depends on what you want to do.
He was going to use his the speedy courier to send a note to Ailsarde.
Okay. Do you have a spell slot?
I don't know.
You may want to check if you have a spell slot. Otherwise, you will
Yeah,
not be
I'm
able
checking
to.
now. Fuck, what spells did I use last? Ugh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know, so I'm just gonna say I have none.
All right. Then no, you cannot.
Yep. I mean, also, if we're gonna be talking about that, wouldn't it be fair to have everyone here to talk about it? I mean,
I know.
one of us is drunk and the other one, I don't know what happened to him. Looks over to Hubert.
Hubert will look back at you.
Well, I was just responding to the questions that you had in mind. We won't make any action until George returns.
Yeah. When he returns.
If he returns, no.
No, Hubert didn't kill him. But
I thought you were gonna be like, he ain't a killer.
nah, she ain't stupid. But as she folds her arms, leans back and says, I think the best thing, and this is just my opinion, we will discuss it further once George gets back. But I think we need to take this opportunity to take out the Puppet Master.
easier said than done, but I do agree nonetheless.
Right?
Or his hand. Do we know exactly where he's at?
It'll just elevates the compass again. We don't exactly need to.
I mean, if we're trying to find his phylactery or whatever, what if it's not on this realm?
Maybe.
He also doesn't have a phylactery.
He's
Yes,
not
he
a
did.
lich.
No, he is a lich. He is a lich bound to his patron.
Whoever that is. And I believe that is Vecna.
Vecna.
I think
You mean-
that's the name that George said.
No, it was Vectal.
Vectal. Yeah, because Vecna is an actual D&D character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another lich.
I mean, I don't know.
That's-
It wouldn't surprise me if George.
I mean,
like,
that would
yeah,
make sense, but-
Vecna is canon now. It's a fractured shards.
Or that's
George walks
uh,
over and be like,
Vectal's
"Hey
just a
guys,
code
we got to
name."
deal with Vecna now." When George gets back.
I'm sorry, what?
I mean, Vectal could just be Vecna in disguise at this point.
Maybe.
Unless it's like Vecna is the god of Vectal, and then Vectal is the god of Puppet Master, and then
Oh, Jesus.
Anyways,
So,
I have a cat on my chest now.
nice. So, in order to take out the puppeteer, we need to take out Vectal. She paused.
Or at least break the bond between them.
Somehow.
Then she stands. I need to speak with the librarian. If anyone would know about who or what Vectal is, it's her.
like I said, wouldn't it be easier to speak to an angel about an angel?
That is what George is most likely going to be. If he hasn't done so already.
Actually, while you're
Did
doing
George
that,
never say who Vectal was? Until Vectal was to the group? I thought he did.
You've mentioned it.
but no more information is required. Basically,
Ah, okay.
deeper research. And Jubilee, following Adel's like, while you're researching, I think it would be prudent to research those creatures as well if we can find any information on them that the Puppet Master keeps summoning.
Oh no,
Also-
I know about them. They've been invading my home world for... Anyway.
Also, one more thing.
She pauses to this and looks to Otto.
He's gonna point at at you, and then kind of pointing towards the scratches and things all over your body. Are you sure it's good to go out and, while we're still, we just got done fighting?
Elle will look herself over, and then will...
Passed out.
Let's see. Sure.
Jubilee could just do that for you.
Alright. Well, Elle will look to Jubilee.
Jubilee will nod.
I mean,
That was the wrong button. Wrong button again.
Wrong one. Oh, nope. Uh-oh.
There we are. That was a
did you
shitty
realize
roll.
that I can do something about that as well, right?
You didn't offer.
Well, I was going to, but then you just started touching yourself.
What?
What?
Otto. Otto.
Well,
We don't say that in public. That's private speak. Your dad says
No.
poking you.
Oh, sorry.
She just shakes her head.
Thorgrim just...
Look. I mean, I know I make inappropriate jokes, but Otto.
What? That's what she was doing.
For the record, she's having me touch her. That's different.
Same thing.
Ow.
Same spell.
If you're all done touching each other...
In any case, there. At least the cuts look more presentable now.
Well, I didn't mean just that. I mean also, resources, spells, things to protect yourself.
I'm going to be going out today. I will be protected.
Yeah, we're staying within city limits, so we're gonna be safe. But still, making her a little more presentable is not a bad idea.
Okay.
Right. Shall we be off then, milady?
Yes. We'll head off.
And Jubilee will join her.
soon as I find the map.
Meanwhile, at the Palace of Angels.
Meanwhile, the Hall of Evil. Wait.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, in the tool shed.
She's okay.
So, Jordan, after having some alone time and walking the city streets, you eventually make it to the area. You enter the meeting hall, and you see your mother currently reading what appears to be reports.
he'll slowly walk forward and I just feel like he's within a good distance. Say anything interesting in the reports?
There is one thing in the reports that is interesting, she says, seeming to put a strange inflection on the word interesting.
He'll then start to kind of go up the stairs, and then he'll stop for walking up to his mother, and then he'll eventually. I guess somebody's a bit out of character. He's going to go on his knees and place his head towards the ground.
Oh.
She doesn't say anything as she flips the reports. She's waiting for you to explain yourself.
I wanted to apologize, Mother.
Or
I let my anger and desperation get the better of me in a recent fight we had against the cult.
care to explain?
Well, we were playing the cult. We found out that they were trying to summon something to, I guess, essentially kill a god of the moon, and we did manage to defeat them, and we left a few of them. Some of them were still alive. I was looking for information on them, and I agreed that I was going to leave one alive, and as I was going to take care of the other two, I was stopped by my companions. And they stopped me, tried to talk me down, and I was going to leave it be until one of them walked up and started healing them, even though they were already still alive, and brought them back. And I don't really know what happened after that. I think I just completely lost all sense of control after that.
According to these reports, you attempted to attack an unarmed man. And now she's finally looking at you.
The unarmed man was the one that was one of the cultists that I was planning on taking out. And when he got up, I attempted to cast a spell, and my allies got in the way of it.
Bingo.
But
Yeah.
yes.
She will set the reports down before locking her fingers together and watches you for a long while before saying, "And why are you apologizing to me?"
Whoa.
Well, I was still planning on apologizing to my friends, but you're the one who did bless me with this power in the first place, or gave me a pact to have this power in the first place, and knowing who you are and what you represent, I feel as if I had let you down.
George, even though I have bestowed the power upon you, it is ultimately your choice what you do with it. Now, I don't approve of you attempting to kill an unarmed man, especially after he had already been beaten into submission. But I am not the one you need to apologize to for this.
He'll eventually look up from where he's at and he'll say, I understand.
While I can understand your emotions going awry, you need to focus. Because you will travel with people who do not agree with killing, especially not indiscriminately, or, more importantly, the killing of innocent people. You need to keep their opinions in mind whenever you make choices.
Hmm.
Now then, what did this cultist do to make him deserve death?
He'll look down for a second.
She continues to watch you. She's waiting for the answer.
He I don't know if there's a reasonable answer to that.
I'm aware, because you don't know what all he's done. Correct?
That is correct.
Did he do anything personally to you to deserve being executed?
No.
So what gave you the right to be his executioner? Even though it didn't occur, it was something you were attempting, correct?
Correct. And I felt as if it was something necessary to do at the time, considering what was at stake.
What was at stake at the time you did it had already been resolved. You stopped the summoning ritual. The only crime he was committing at the time was being woken up by one of your partisans.
That's correct.
So, there was really no reason to try and execute him in that instance, was there?
No, there wasn't.
Luckily, you seem to be remorseful of the entire ordeal. As she says this, she'll calmly pick up the reports and say, once again, but I'm not the one that you need to apologize to.
I know, and I understand. I understand. But there was something else I needed to ask you about.
Yes.
Well, two things if you don't mind. One, and I want to test a theory that kind of was brought to me that I think might help us in our journey here. Would you be okay with me and some of my compatriots talking to one of the cultists that was captured?
Your lives are your own. You can speak to them if you want to.
Well, I wasn't sure if we were going to be stopped in any way because of what I did. That's why I wanted to ask first.
I will send word to the redeemed to monitor while you talk to them. Because after an attempt such as that, leaving you alone with the same cultist is not going to happen.
I understand. And thank you. But and for my second question, there's one thing that Adolf did mention a while ago was that this puppet master has a patron.
Yes. If he is a warlock, he gets his power from a patron.
The question I have is, do you think there would be any possibility that the one you told me about before could be his patron?
I don't know. Unfortunately, I cannot get a read. I cannot get a read on such things. I do not know another being's patron. But based on the fact that this figure appears to be a necromancer, I highly doubt it.
Well, that wasn't really what I thought it could have been. I was thinking more or less this guy the puppet master wants to essentially destroy reality, consume, I guess, literal realms, and continue to do so until I guess there's nothing left. So,
Yes.
what you told me before, I thought it could go hand in hand.
While that is a safe assumption to make, the unfortunate fact of the matter is the only powers a patron can grant are the same powers the patron has themselves. Meaning, all of the necrotic energy that comes off of this enemy of yours, it comes from a necrotic place. And the harbinger of the end is not necrotic in nature.
That is a good point. He'll kind of look at it. Is it okay for me to stand?
I never told you to kneel.
He'll stand up and take out his notebook and start writing some stuff down. Well, thank you, Mother.
You're welcome.
And I will do my best to be better.
He looks to you as you say those words, and something about what you said appears to not have clicked with her the right way.
Is something wrong?
You're only going to try to be better. Or are you going to be better?
I'm going to be better.
Good.
With that, we'll start walking away.
Alright.
One more thing.
Yes.
I've been thinking about something. I guess once we kind of get squared away with all the immediate threats, do you think you and the council will be up for a challenge?
He raised an eyebrow to this.
It's just the general question.
You have not told me what the challenge is.
Well, that's the thing, is I'm still thinking about it, but I just wanted to see if you guys would be up for it, potentially.
I cannot agree until I know the full details.
Well, once I do have the full details, I will let you know.
She nods to this.
And we'll start heading back to the inn.
Damn it. I hate that they move my maps. There we go.
It's all in the matter of organization.
I had things organized, and then they moved my map.
Yeah, well, apparently their organization system was better, or according to them.
Adel token. And Adel.
Yeah. And she goes.
Alright. You get up to the building that you know is the library. Oh, fine. Okay. And as usual, there is no entrance that you can see, with only the metal tube for you to slide various works of writing into as an offering awaiting you.
I was gonna take out some parchment. Actually, did Hubert follow them? I don't think they look like he did.
Hubert always follows you.
Alright. Hubert, do you have a book?
He rummages through his bag for a little bit and says, "Not one I really want to give away."
Alright. Do you have paper?
He will offer you paper.
I'll take it and hand it to Jubilee. There's a song from your home.
Okay. See if I can remember one to the best of my ability.
Sing the song of your people.
Roll history. You remember a song, but it is more resemblant of a lullaby that your dad sang to you over and over and over.
Aw.
It would be kind of unique, so I'll go with this one.
Alright.
And she'll start writing.
We'll wait for it to finish writing.
And here we are. And she'll hand the paper back over.
I'll take it and put it in the slot.
Alright. The slot will close and a few minutes will pass by before it reopens with a note.
I'll take the notes and read it.
It says, "Leave your name and appointment time for tomorrow. I am tired tonight."
Aw.
Oh, sucks.
Dragon needs her nappies.
He's not available. We'll start heading back to the inn.
So, you both arrive back at the inn. Sorry. You both arrive back at the inn, relatively close to one another, as Adel, Hubert, and Jubilee enter, and then a few moments later, George will enter.
We'll look over at George.
I'll look back and then I'll just take a sigh and I'll just say, Beastie, LV.
Yes, George?
He'll walk over and sit next to LV. I'd like to apologize.
As would I.
He'll kind of raise an eyebrow to this.
My actions were not conscious when you leveled your strike upon the cultist, and I negated it. It was not a conscious action, it was automatic, and I understand your willingness to protect those that you love, and I feel very grateful to be among that company, and I simply wish to offer my apology simply because I could not control the oppressive need to handle a situation that involved someone who had used a resource, especially one as valuable as healing, to heal someone that we had thought to be an enemy.
LV,
Yes?
if it helps, I accept your apology, but you really don't need to apologize.
Well, I don't believe you do either, but...
Well, no. At that point, like you said, everyone I wanted to protect was already protected, and I took it too far.
Perhaps, but I believe that you had a very good reason for taking it as far as you did. I simply believe that some restraint may have been needed in the future, but that is... if I were in your situation, I do not believe I would have done anything less but the same thing.
I understand.
I believe that the ability to love and to care for someone with all of your might, regardless of who they are, is a beautiful, wonderful thing. And if it allows you to strike out against an enemy with such ferocity, then it is a quality that, while it should be maintained and kept under control, I would not limit that, because I know that your actions were not born out of malice. They were born out of love. They were born out of a need to protect. And to me, that is beautiful.
Well, I appreciate that, and I can understand that, but anything done, I guess, maliciously, no matter what it's done for. God, I sound like a priest. Anything done like that is still malicious nonetheless. And
You sound like your mother.
Julius raises his head hearing the word priest.
I guess so, but still, it was still malicious nonetheless, and I should have controlled myself.
Well, hopefully that is a learning experience for the next time you feel the urge to strike out against evil.
Yep.
I
Speaking. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's quite all right. I was simply going to say that if you don't mind me offering a piece of advice, the phrase "everything in moderation" makes the most sense in this case. Do not remove that hate from you completely, but do realize that too much of one thing is never good.
I understand.
Good.
Also, speaking of learning experiences, and I'll look around at everyone else, I do have more information that I acquired about some of our situations.
You tell? Says Abel.
From what my mother says, she doesn't believe it is the Harbinger that is the patron of the Puppet Master. She's saying that when it comes to people having patrons, normally they have powers similar to, or patrons can only give them power that's akin to, what that patron does themselves. With the Puppet Master, a lot of what he does is necrotic. What my mother says about her knowledge, the Harbinger does not do necrotic.
So you would think it is more of a god of death of some sort.
If they're a god of death, or someone who has strong power when it comes to necromancy.
So either the Puppet Master himself is lying, or he's being lied to.
Do you guys really think the Puppet Master would just openly tell the truth about who he is? Or where his power comes from?
At this point, he has no reason to. That's not in his MO.
And that's why I bring up the second possibility. Maybe he himself doesn't even know.
That would be quite confusing. Though I do empathize with that because I did not know my own deity until recently.
But he is countless years old. He can't not know.
I disagree.
Oh, how easy is it to not believe what you've known all your life?
And how easy is it to be lied to constantly?
Perhaps.
I just had a thought.
Yes?
How likely is it for such a being to, I guess, exist outside of realms for extended periods of times? Like just in between realms?
Pretty possible. I'm fairly certain many godly beings or beings of that sort do just exist out there.
And maybe that's what we need to look into.
Beings that exist in the realms between realms.
Yes, and one that is very, I guess, close to likes death, necromancy, things of that nature, if there is one.
That sounds like there would be more than one, but then again, I may just have the wrong image.
Well, I guess this might not even narrow down that much. One that's akin to both death and destruction. That enjoys both, rather than just one or the other.
Also sounds
DM?
fun.
Since this is the religious alley, can Scalodius make a check for that?
Sure.
Sorry, everything just cut out for me. I've missed like the past 10 seconds of audio.
Cool.
Well, they were debating on if it was some sort of god of death or destruction or something, and I was asking if Skelos can make a religion check, because his religion is up his alley.
You'd have to roll a disadvantage.
I'll take it. Well, I don't think it really mattered that much. I don't know shit,
God.
bro.
It's a thing that does a thing.
Why should you know about other godly beings? Lord Draco is the only guard you need.
For some reason, LV looks over and just sees Skelos' eyes slowly parting.
The Skelos, no, Father, no. Goes over and pushes his eyes back in the right direction.
George will just say, "Don't we have a cleric that is literally has a god? Why don't we just ask her if she knows anything about it?"
She's currently indisposed.
Wait, what happened? Did we get attacked?
Not exactly.
How is she indisposed then? Because Hubert wasn't technically here for the drinking contest.
Well, she had a
You
drinking
can still see the
contest.
mug on the ground.
Oh yeah, that. Sorry.
Yes, that.
Oh, she's intoxicated.
Yes, very.
I can fix that, he says, walking away.
Oh right, you have the right.
Julie just kind of looks over. Technically, I could too, but it's funnier when he does it.
Also,
Wait a minute, I
he'll-
can do that too. What the hell?
this guy look and be like, "Oh, so did we ever decide? Did we talk about our next course of action after all this? Because I may have an idea that I kind of want to do that could help us with the puppet master."
Your idea
We didn't have anything fully concrete, but we were working on it.
Have we ever stopped to think about if these cultists are charmed in any way?
It has occurred to me, yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, that many people at once, I can't exactly undo that many charms all at once.
Well, you probably won't need to. There's magic, and I assume items that can do that for us. That can also assist with that. So, my thought process is, if we can figure out whether or not these charms are spells, innate abilities that Puppet Master has at his disposal, something that other people in his cult can use, that can definitely be a start to start whittling down his resources.
That is what we shall do.
I can begin.
Again, that's also under the assumption that they're not willingly doing this, but
Correct.
from that one,
Which is
from what I hear from that one, the guy that was spared and taken in, it doesn't seem like they remembered much.
exactly. Which is why look over to LV, I guess Adol and Jubilee, and whoever else wants to come with this. My mother has given us permission to go and talk to the cultists tomorrow.
Excellent.
We'll be monitored by the Redeemed, but we'll be able to at least talk to them, and I want to see if there's any trace of magic of anything around them.
Oh yeah, you definitely want me there then. Jubilee's pipes up. Magical or non-magical, I can detect when someone's skirting around the truth, as it were.
Mm-hmm. If we can definitely tell where this is coming from or what's happening to these people, then we can find ways to counter it, and then that can honestly be our best bet to just go out the Puppet Master and try to finally get rid of him. So what's a cult leader without a cult to follow him, I guess?
Well,
I should know. Sorry, that was a terrible joke.
I found it funny.
Aurora,
Yeah.
as you lay in your drunken stupor, you suddenly have a warm a warm feeling radiate from your shoulder down your body as your eyes snap open as Hubert uses his lay on hands to cure you of your intoxication.
She's gonna smack whoever it is and pull like the blanket over back over her.
I'm going to bed, smack.
Hubert. It's just like Jubilee all over again.
So, you smack his hand, but you don't get up?
Yeah, she's still in bed. She wants to sleep.
Okay. I mean, all he wanted to do was cure you of your intoxication. He doesn't care if you get up.
She's gonna murmur like mum, or what is that called? Mumble something, and then just like curl back up under her bed.
I'm talking to my moon mom.
If you're trying not to be heard, you need to roll stealth.
Heavy armor.
I don't have my
I think
heavy
you
armor.
don't get-
21. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't
I
think
took
you.
it off.
Yeah, Hubert rolled a 24. What'd you say?
She just mumbled like it was just unintelligible. Yeah.
Okay.
Just grumbling.
After another minute, Hubert will return.
After another what?
Unit.
I heard Munich. I was like, what?
After another Germany.
Lord knows we don't need to do that again.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay.
But Hubert,
Hey, I'm German. I can make that joke.
Hubert will return with his hands behind his back.
I take it she didn't wish to wake up.
She is cured of her intoxication, at least.
Well, at least you prevent the hangover the next morning.
I mean, I don't know why y'all don't think that this isn't the best shit ever, you know? It's real good. Glug, 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 glug.
Doesn't mean we have your endurance for it.
Yeah, I'd rather not get intoxicated again after the night with the dwarves. The dwarf
Come on,
army.
that was fine. You were the life of the party. Glug, 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 glug.
Yeah, and then I woke up in someone else's tent the next morning.
Yeah, we can tell you're back because we can hear nothing but wind.
But, yeah, that is what I at least want to plan to do tomorrow. Unless anyone else has anything else they want to do or say.
Well, other than doing research on a few things, we didn't really have any other plans, so... Yeah, well, I'm down.
Okay. And then I'll look over to Barra Vesta, and that could also give you an Aurora time to take a look around the city if you guys want to.
Hint, hint.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. I'm sure I can convince Aurora.
Unless you guys want to come with us
Yeah.
first for the talk, it's completely up to you guys, whatever you guys want to do.
I think we wouldn't mind seeing the city. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing the city, but I don't really want to go around the city alone. So I think going with Aurora would be good.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, when you're in a heavenly city, it's a little bit finicky for us of devilish nature.
I mean, yeah, there's no problem with that.
Mildly worrying.
Yeah, we know it's nothing inherently bad about the city. It's just certain stereotypes sometimes stand out.
Oh, shit. Jube. Maybe you should tell her about the, every now and then,
Oh yeah,
the-
once a week. Watch out for the roads because they cleanse them with holy water. It burns.
Oh.
Yeah, so when it's cleansing, George, make sure to let her know when the next cleansing is. That way, she doesn't accidentally get caught in the crossfire.
Would George off the top of his head know when the next cleansing is?
The cleansing occurs every Sunday. It is presently Wednesday.
It's every Sunday. It's Wednesday today. So you have what's that shit? About 3 days.
All right.
Or 3 full days, I should say.
Keep that in mind and keep a cloak handy if I'm wandering.
Again, while it shouldn't kill you outright, it will hurt like hell.
I mean, overall, you should be fine. I don't think you need to hide yourself unless you prefer to. I mean, you just need to follow the laws, which I guess they would be. And then, if he can, he'll go through all the laws of Haven to her to make sure that they know what not to do.
Okay. I am not going to list all of them.
Well, he'll go through that list and be like, major ones, don't kill anyone. Obviously, no stealing. Fights, probably not okay. Violence, not really all that okay either.
Here, I've got these 2 convenient tablets you can read.
Just think of all the things. Think of all the things that angels would not do, and don't do them.
All the fun things, I imagine.
Basically.
Public indecency, loitering.
Up to the more stronger ones.
Yeah, loitering, that sort of thing.
I find it funny that the loitering one they're so retentive about.
I almost got arrested for jaywalking once.
I never did understand loitering.
There's once this thing with the door says BC.
Hubert will look at you and say, "Are you referring to when you broke it?"
I didn't break it.
Oh yeah, vandalism. No vandalism either.
Well, I mean, that should be obvious, but...
Sometimes the lock needs to be broken.
Only if you're not skilled enough to pick the lock.
What are you talking about? I'm great at picking locks, Hammer.
Yes, the dwarven method.
Yes, best method.
A real infiltrator can get in and out of a room without being noticed.
Nobody noticed me, says BC.
That's boring. Come on.
If nobody noticed you, why were you almost arrested?
They didn't notice me at first, and then they noticed me. Well, I still wasn't noticed.
Until you were.
I don't think you fully understand what being noticed means, Beastie.
I know enough.
Anyway.
Apparently not.
George will look around and look outside the window. What time is it?
It's getting close to evening.
Well, it's up to you guys. I did originally say tomorrow, but if you think we have the time, we can either go or we can wait until we're fully rested for it.
Well, just in case. Maybe we just play it safe and rest up, just in case.
I was hoping you'd say that. Good night. And they'll start heading to his room.
Right.
Good night, George.
Seems like we have a plan, my lady.
We do. For now.
Well, I should probably bring Aurora some water and make sure she's doing all right. Head to bed.
Probably a good idea.
I mean, you sure you don't want to wake her up? Because, I mean, I could try.
Secondarily, she won't have a hangover. I purged all of the alcohol from her system.
Oh, okay, cool. She's good then.
She does seem to be a bit inexperienced in the drinking. Perhaps taking it easy might help her.
If you think it'll help, then go help her.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Pleasant dreams.
Oh, hold on. Hey, did I tell you there was a dragon here?
Adol is going to just quick go over to All and shush him very, very quickly. That is a secret, Adol.
My dad's trustworthy. Look at him.
I
Yeah,
can't
but your
wait
dad's-
to sketch her.
Jubilee nearby. Yeah, but the dad's not the problem.
Why can't he know?
It's not
Shouldn't be
just
co-
him. There are other people in this building that don't know about her either.
Poppy knows. Oh, I know what you mean.
Other
Okay.
other patrons that are not part of our group.
Otto will look around to see if there's any other people here in the tavern.
There's
There's
the
a few-
bartender.
There's a few people here getting a drink, but I'm too lazy to post it.
Exactly. It's okay if you tell your dad, just do it quietly.
Well, you guys should have probably said it was a secret beforehand.
We did
did.
say it was a secret beforehand.
When was Otto here? When
We've done it multiple times actually.
Yes, you were here. In fact, one of the times they said that she was a secret.
This is
Oh.
all your goof, dude.
Oh, well, sorry, I was just excited to tell my dad about
Again,
it.
it's fine if you tell him, just do it quietly. You don't want the whole city suddenly panicking.
Well, I was kind of just talking to him in a corner, and you guys all just kind of rushed over here to
Yep.
me. So, if anything, you
Because
guys
you
are
said it
looking
pretty
over-
loudly that we could hear it.
Do I sound like I can speak loud at all?
Yes.
Otto, I don't know if you know this, but the volume of your voice actually carries more than you think.
Oh,
Especially whenever you're excited.
And again, we're not angry. We're just trying to be careful.
I mean, you guys are kind of just
okay.
making it a lot more suspicious by just running up to me like this and standing in the middle of the bar like this, especially next to the door.
Just don't say it out loud again.
Okay.
That was amusing.
Just the whole group of people bum rushing Otto. Cat on my chest again.
Alright, what did the rest of you do?
He's just chilling.
Are you
Eloise
going?
is curious about a drink near the dwarf.
Are any of you intending on going to bed?
Elle will, but she's going to first sending to Obitus.
What do you say? And do you have spell slots?
Yes and yes. Well, yes. She's going to say something, and yes, spell slot.
Imagine flexing on somebody by wasting a spell slot to say only yes with no context.
Yes.
Dad, I need.
I just be like, use a bitch, and that's the only thing you do in ascending.
Wow. She's going to send to Obitus and say, Dad, I need your help. Something's up with Home Masters, and I need you to look into it. Please.
What do you want me to do?
Find him and see if he's in danger.
Why am I becoming your gopher?
You're not my gopher. You're someone that I trust to handle tasks that I would typically do myself if I were not busy.
That's a gopher. Go for this, go for that.
Aren't you a friend of Home Masters? Oh, I smell something burnt. Hold on.
Oh.
Way go.
Alright, anyone else want to do something?
LV's gonna try and do a little research on some those gem dragons and what they're about.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
Because that was the dragon we saw. It was an
Yeah.
amethyst wagon.
I wasn't here last week, so I couldn't voice stuff for Scalodius.
It ain't burning, it's just cooking real well.
Good. Crispy.
Yeah. Alright, where were we? Oh, yeah. Aren't you a friend of Homemaster's, Dad?
I didn't say I was his friend. I said I knew about him.
So?
Strangers are just friends you've never met.
Well, thank you for your help, Dad. Do let me know when you're able to help him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, one more thing. Do you know anything about Vectel?
I don't even know what that is.
Am I saying the word right? Vectel?
Vec. Nothing. I'm not in this. I'm not in the conversation. I'm not pulling an auto sending spell situation where everyone joins the Zoom call sending.
I don't remember what the name is. Alright, I'll stop this and I'll look to Hubert. Jubilee Hubert, what's the name of the Vectel guy?
Bechtel.
Vectel?
Vektal.
So I was saying it right. She'll go back to sending. Yes, Vectel, Vektal.
I still don't know what that is.
Oh, that's a first. Alright, thanks.
Oh, he says he doesn't know. Are you sure? What if I say it again? I still don't know what this is.
I don't know. To be honest, with Obitus, you never know. So at this point, let's go get up and get off to bed.
Alright.
Perfect board.
What of the rest of you?
Thorgrim's gonna drink for a bit and then head off to bed he buys.
Scalodius will do the same.
You see, will fold our arms behind our head and we'll be like honoring sound for us, and then we'll say, "Which dance apologize to me." I don't know if I should be mad or not.
I think I distracted him. I apologize for that.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't really care if he apologized to me. It's just the meaning behind it.
Yes, it's the thought that counts.
Yep. Anyway, he's gonna head over to Poppy, reach under a hat, take off let's see. Well, I forget what it's called. The
Go on.
bandana of ingenious, I think, or whatever.
No, definitely not
No.
called that.
Definitely
Whatever
not.
it's called. The thing that made her this smart.
Did you take one off in real life?
Apparently. And we'll then just place it on Hoppy's head. And then we'll walk along.
Elvie looked like she was about to say something, and then sees the spectacle of Beastie taking the headband of intellect on and putting it on Hoppy, and just sort of like she almost looks briefly sad for a moment. And then she just gets up and walks to her room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what happened. I just got back.
So you say yeah?
Yeah.
Beastie gave Hoppy the headband of intellect, which will do nothing for him right now because he has to do it.
Oh, we'll give the headband to Hoppy.
No, Beastie gave it to Hoppy. You were not involved.
Okay. Oh, okay. And Hoppy, whenever he can, will also do it. Which I guess will be overnight.
Yes.
Eventually, Hoppy will also go to bed.
This can only
or
end well.
Look at his desk like, so what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
You need to sleep?
Yes.
Well, then sleep. In a room.
As soon as you say that, you realize that he is now staring blankly, snoring, standing in place, sleeping with his eyes open.
Oh no, he's doing the Beastie sleep.
Hoppy, can you just bring him with?
Otto apparently is going to fall asleep.
Sorry,
in the
I thought you
floor.
were moving us all.
No. Hoppy is following you.
Sleep. Torgrim do a sleep. Elvie do not sleep.
Hoppy will eventually just take his dad and move him into the bed, and then he'll just sleep on
Roll
the chair.
athletic.
Oh god.
Oh shit.
Alright. You do manage to get him onto the bed with very little effort.
Alright, we'll look over to Hoppy said, overnight attuned to that headband.
Hoppy will give you a thumbs up.
Then he'll eventually also go to sleep.
Right.
Engaging a tuning process. Beep boop.
Did anything happen with the whole fucking non-intoxicated Aurora?
She smacked Hubert's hand away and continued to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Alright. So I get to roll to see if anything happened during the evening.
Bork, bork, bork.
The
Bork,
tavern
bork,
gets
bork, bork.
fireballed.
And that's already happened.
I'm just gonna mute until my dog stops barking.
Bork, bork.
Hey, the dog just has something they want to say.
Yes, I'm trying to.
Yeah, it's called
Communicate.
"Hey, that's my candy. Get out of here, kids."
Well, then don't steal the candy.
Alright. So now we get to play everyone's favorite game. Roll a d100 to see who wakes up first.
Sweet.
First, second.
First one's for Otto.
Wow, Jubilee is up early,
Second one's for
apparently.
George. Otto's up and at him. That desk did not feel comfortable.
Wow, most of us are like unconscious.
And the other half are apparently wired.
So, Otto, you attempted to sleep in a chair,
Yeah.
and Jubilee, where did you sleep?
In a corner.
Okay,
Up here.
I will need Constitution saving throws from both of you to see if you actually had any semblance of a restful night's sleep.
Ooh. Otto is one of those people who could sleep anywhere.
Yeah, Otto, it was apparently very comfortable for you. You found a way to make it nice and soft with some extra bedding inside your backpack, and while you wouldn't do it every night, you were, in fact, comfortable enough to not suffer any points of exhaustion. Jubilee, you on the other hand, were not very comfortable in the corner, and you will suffer 1 point of exhaustion, which is a -1 to all of your rolls.
Well, it's better than what it usually is. Actually, no.
Let's see, and
Apparently I need to sleep IRL too.
let's see. Otto wakes up first, so Otto, what do you do?
Did Aurora roll?
No, they haven't. Aurora,
Hmm?
roll to see if you wake up. I need a D100.
A D100.
Yes.
We determine order of operation of waking up.
All right.
Oh.
Now, it's still Otto who wakes up first.
Oh, she knows the answer
Yeah.
to life.
I don't.
I
I
just
don't
want to
wake
sleep
up.
in anyways. Yeah.
The two clerics actually match numbers.
That's pretty cool, actually.
I'll eventually get up and then we'll kind of look around, check to see how his dad's doing.
He is still sleeping.
Then I'll look over to Hoppy.
Hoppy will look at you.
Good morning, Hoppy.
He waves to you.
How do you feel?
I don't feel.
What?
I mean, you know, do you feel any different from the headband?
I still do not feel.
Let me make this easier. What's the square root of 9?
3.
4 squared.
He ponders for a minute before eventually saying 16.
Okay, it worked, I guess. Do you feel as if you have a better understanding of things now?
I still do not feel.
Do you have a better understanding of things now?
I suppose.
Okay.
I like how we're glossing over the fact that he's speaking in complete sentences.
Yeah, that's what's all. That's all. It's like processing.
Wait a minute.
Give to me an accurate description of what you remember from yesterday.
The goblin gave me a headband, which I presume is what allowed me to get into this state of higher thought processing.
Huh. Interesting. Well, that's good to know. You can head out to the hall then see if anyone else is awake. Oh wait, Dad? You can wake up now. I'll eventually write a note and says, we're awake, we're gonna be in the main resting area whenever you want to join us. Also, Hoppy is smart now, and he'll just put the note on top of his face.
Okay.
Flat.
Here, smack.
I'm gonna walk out and greet everyone, and notice that no one's there.
And at this point, Jubilee, you will be waking up.
I kind of stretch a little bit, feeling little kinks in my back.
You see, you see Hubert sitting at the table, currently sipping on a cup of coffee, watching you specifically.
Morning, Hubert.
Hello, Jubilee.
Yeah.
Why didn't
Probably
you
could have put it.
Why didn't you sleep on the bed?
I didn't want to encroach on Adel too much, and probably would have been a smart idea if I put up my hut for myself.
The hut does not technically provide you a comfortable place to sleep.
Yeah, it would have raised the comfort levels at least. It's actually funny because I think it actually does say it makes everything comfortable.
I still don't fully understand your reasoning for not sleeping in the bed, but I suppose it's just because you wanted to sleep in the floor.
Yeah, wasn't fully thinking, I suppose. Felt kind of fun. I felt kind of funny after all we went through the other day. So I suppose I was more tired than I thought, and just sat down and just kind of fell asleep.
You didn't really get a restful sleep.
Not really.
Oh, I wasn't asking, I was telling you. You were constantly
And,
repositioning yourself while you were resting.
Yeah. Again, not my brightest moment. You got any more coffee?
Abe motions to the kettle.
She'll come over and pour herself a cup. Making sure to be careful not to scald herself. Drink it.
The
excuse
one
me.
with fire resistance.
Look, with how hot he makes it, I might need magma resistance.
Alright, let's see. Who's next on the awakening block? I'm fairly certain it's Scalodius.
Nothing more than the usual morning prayers and greeting the day before going downstairs and seeing Otto, but nobody else. Good morning, Otto.
Oh, good morning. Oh, kind of wrestling around. Wait, where'd Hoppy go?
Hoppy was around?
Yeah, he was. I thought I told him to come with me, but...
I mean, you're still in control of him, my guy.
Oh, okay, my fault.
He didn't become his
Well,
own sentient being. He's still a creation of yours.
I believe he's looking at something under the table. Maybe an ant?
Oh, yeah, there he is. I guess that makes sense. He's kind of smarter now. Or he is smarter now.
Oh. Well, congratulations. I guess.
Well, wasn't really anything I did. I think Beastie gave him the headband of intellect.
Oh. Well, that was nice of her. Oh.
And let's see. Up next is the 63 of Beastie.
Alright. And I walk on out. While scratching the inside of her ear and just yawning loudly.
The old finger in the ear.
Hi, Bag. Hi, Priest.
Hello.
Good morning.
Wait, you're not gonna say hi to Hoppy?
Hmm? Oh. Hello, Robot bunny.
Hello.
How is the thingy doing you?
What thingy?
The thingy. And she points to the headband.
Hoppy will just stare at you.
He stares back.
Kaga will look and say, she's talking about the headband.
The headband is not a thingy.
Well, you gotta remember that when she gave you the headband, it made her a lot. It took her back to who she originally was before, so she might not have an understanding of things like we do anymore.
Stupid.
Huh?
Technically, yes.
Oh,
So you kind of have to make things simple for her.
He
no.
huffs. Loki insult. You know,
What do you mean, no?
Me a moron. Yeah, right.
That old joke.
First name Mo, last name Ron.
Let's see. Next was George.
Alright. George must wake up. Take a look around to make sure nothing is amiss. And then he'll get ready, get his armor on
No, these
and
are all
everything.
misters.
And he'll eventually also walk down. Well, we'll say good morning, and then we'll stop at the bar.
The barkeep will look at you curiously.
Can I get some ambrosia, please?
The barkeep will nod, and after a few minutes, we'll serve it to you.
Thank you. And then he'll eat it over time. Actually, he'll take it over to the table where everyone else is at, and then eat it.
Alright. As you eat it, you find it is still as good as you remember, and you will gain 20 temporary HP. It also cost you 20 gold.
Yep, he'll pay the 20 gold.
At least I think that was the price I did last time. I
Sounds
probably
right.
did. I accidentally left my notes in a different building, so I don't actually have the prices of the food anymore, so I have to just wing it.
The price is wrong, Bob.
Okay, let's see. Yeah. Now it's both Elvie and Aurora who wake up.
Indeed.
I'm sleeping in until someone wakes me up.
Yeah, okay. Never mind, it's just Elvie then.
Yep.
Or said, fuck what the DM said.
Elvie will snap awake from her trance and will, after gathering her things and saying a quick prayer, will head to the dining room and will... I imagine she goes to sit here, but then notices Hoppy wearing the headband, and then moves over here. Just sort of watches it.
Hoppy will stand just unmoving behind Otto, just aiming to be minding his own.
I'm curious.
Morning, Albie.
Good morning. Does that actually work on automatons like Hoppy?
Hoppy, explain what happened with Elvie yesterday.
A lot happened with her. What specifically?
Do you remember my conversation with George? If so, what was it about?
I do not remember much about the conversation. It was before I attuned to the headband.
Ah, I see. When did you?
Main- Oh, go ahead.
When did you attune to it?
I attuned to it before everyone went to bed. Well, it was given to me before everyone went to bed. I attuned to it later.
I see. Well, it is nice to have a proper conversation with you. I am quite fascinated.
What is nice?
The conversation. I have never spoken with an automaton before.
I meant more the feeling.
I suppose it is difficult to explain this to one that does not feel. When in sentient organic beings, there is a feeling where we experience a warmth within ourselves. We call it happiness. And it is a positive feeling one gets when something that interests or appeals to them occurs, and we feel a positive energy from such an interaction.
I see.
Explaining feelings to something that does not exhibit feeling is a rather
Emotion.
unique exercise.
Alright. Thorgrim, surprisingly, is the next one to awaken.
What? Just got up, say hello to the frogman. Hey, Rocky bud, how you doing? Get up, grab the hammer, and walk out to the room. And
Sounds like you didn't stop drinking.
I'm a little bit tipsy still. I'm gonna order another drink, 'cause thirsty. And some bacon.
1 gold total.
Sweet. I'll bring up the wallet, and flick a gold piece at it, at the barkeep. Here you go.
He'll take it and give you your food and drink.
Thank you.
But not your change.
Doesn't matter. Nom 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 nom. He'll start eating, and then sort of like mouthful of food, turn to look at the rest of the group and go, "Oh, morning."
Morning.
Morning.
Thumbs up. Go back to eating food. Nom nom nom.
Oh, everyone's back.
Thou hast returned.
So, up next is Metavesta. You awaken next in the group. What do you do for your morning routine? If you're even here.
Should I be handing out candy?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm gonna stretch and look around.
Did you sleep on the floor?
I did sleep on the floor.
I need you to roll a
And,
Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
You
Sleepy.
had the worst night's
That-
sleep
that can't
you
be
have
good.
had in a really long time. You suffer a point of exhaustion, which means you take a -1
This
penalty
is
to all of
the
your rolls.
worst in.
Ever.
Okay.
Imagine an inn not having comfortable floors.
Worst in ever.
In that case, I'm just gonna like look over at Aurora and make sure I pull the blanket up a little farther up on her, and then I'm just gonna get in bed next to her and try to sleep a little more.
Okay.
I need like good sleep.
And last but not least, waking up for the morning is Adel. Phenom.
It's alright. Okay.
Yep. Lost somebody.
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah.
Oh, bastard.
What? Hello?
Hello?
We lost Matt. So now Matt has to be Thanos, along with Gladstone and Rocky. Poof.
Oh shit.
Alright. Elle gets up and will stretch.
Hubert will look to you as he is sipping his coffee.
Morning, Hubert. Morning, Jubilee.
Hello, my lady.
Morning, Adel.
Anything happened while I slept in?
Jubilee chose to sleep on the floor for some reason.
That's weird, Jubilee.
Was not my best decision.
Clearly. Oh, I'll freshen up and then we'll out the door.
I can't have him follow you presently, but Hubert will be following. I am not at my computer at the moment. Hubert will then, after getting here, will look around, noticing the distinct lack of a second tiefling and the party's new to them cleric, before looking to you, Adelsarday, and saying, "Should I go wake the new ones?"
Yes.
Hubert will then enter the room and stare for a moment at the scene before him, before calmly walking over to the bed and placing a hand on both Metavesta and Aurora and giving them a little shake.
Messed up hair and all. She's gonna wake up and she's gonna notice Marivista and she's gonna like be shocked and roll out of the bed.
It's funny enough, not the first time he's come across this scene.
Ah, good. You're awake.
Sorry, I slept on the floor.
Did me and her wait to be goodbye? Wait.
Oh, hi.
She's like trying to recall the like events of last night.
Roll a history.
Can't roll with disadvantage because I kind of want to RP them. I'm still drunk.
Sure.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, it rolls with disadvantage. Okay, 10.
Yeah, you don't know.
She's gonna be red in the face now.
I'm just gonna.
We did what?
I'm just gonna like wink a little, and then I'm just gonna like grab my hair and like throw it over my shoulder.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, last night was fun.
She's gonna be collapsed to the floor at this point.
And to think, Aurora, with someone you only met just recently.
I am not that kind of girl, I promise.
This scene is very telling, though.
Well, I had lots to drink, and you see, I and
Oh.
not my first time drinking, and I am not too well versed in liquors and ales, but I am not that I can explain. I am surely. Listen, I am not that kind of lady. I assure you.
Oh, Aurora. I do not judge you one way or the other, he says very calmly. To go.
Oh dear.
This doesn't even involve me. You two have fun.
What do you mean?
Huh?
You were the one in bed with me.
I needed a place to rest. I slept on the floor next to you, making sure you didn't like choke to death.
Well, why didn't you sleep in the bed then? It nudged me awake.
Well, I didn't.
How big are the beds?
I didn't want to
Brooklyn?
intrude.
There's
Sounds like-
plenty of
where's the
room
fun
for
in
you to have
that?
slept here.
Oh, you want me to sleep in the bed with you?
No, I mean, if you didn't want to get a room, I'm just saying that there's options other than laying on the floor.
All right. Well, next time tonight we'll just share a bed.
Ah,
It's like, wait.
I
let's
just
go. Let's go find some breakfast. You know?
yeah. Let's go find some breakfast.
Should we make our bed before we go down?
You
And
can
thus they
go
were
down-
both bottoms.
You can go down
And
ahead
then
of me.
they were
I'll make
roommates.
the bed. I just need a few minutes to do my morning checkups and prayers and whatnot.
Yeah. There's water on the table there. Just take a few deep breaths. and-
Yep. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
She's
Well,
gonna
Thoughts and
grab
prayers.
the water and just like almost dropping it on her face. The same maneuver as last night. Just drink it all while leaning back. While sitting on the bed, she's just gonna kind of lean back and drink all the water as fast as she can.
All right.
I'm just gonna like smirk before I leave and say, well, don't be too long. Collect yourself.
Still look over. Hello, sneaky horns.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Be warned, that one
Morning.
gives nicknames to everyone. Hubert says, pointing to Beastie.
Well, I do have horns, so makes sense.
You sneaky.
And yet I'm just Dancer.
Because you dance.
Yeah, but you call me Prince when I'm not a prince.
You act like a prince. You're very princely to me, Prince.
How?
Just is.
Well, I mean, how do I act like a prince? I don't even know what a prince. Well, I don't know how a prince acts.
I would
Is-
presume a prince acts the way she does. Hoppy says, pointing to Adel, but more of a man.
You
think I act like Adel?
No. Princess.
So why are you calling me prince?
She sits and peers closely at you, George. Because, Prince, you remind me of someone that will be a king one day.
Huh? God, if that day ever happens, I'd be.
But now I call you George, not Prince.
Okay. Oh. Morning, Aurora.
Yes, hello. Now she's all much more like hair's brushed, everything, makeup's done, everything's upkept.
Right. My hair. I'm just gonna like turn my head upside down and kind of comb my fingers through my hair and toss it back.
All right.
True street urchin fashion.
Alright. Now that everyone is here, except for those two being blue screened,
Hey, you post, George. You know, say sorry to me yesterday.
I did say sorry to you. I literally said LV and Beastie. Then I
Being
apologize.
still kind of a sleep memory concentration issues. Why did George say sorry yesterday?
He still showed the sword scar on her palm.
Do I see that well?
Okay, George.
But if it helps, I am sorry.
It do help. But what's helped more is that you feeling you acting better, yes?
Here.
Yes, I'm going to act better.
Good. And she'll take out a pan and bop you on the head with it.
Ow, is that really necessary?
It's so bright.
Yes.
Here.
It's always bright here.
Well, when you live in a city of angels, that only makes sense.
Exactly.
Also, how bustling is the bar, DM? Is it a bustling or is it a quiet?
Hold on, let me roll. It's moderately busy. Wouldn't really say it's bustling, but it's not dead.
Bussin'.
It's also fairly loud.
There are people here mostly, it appears, to eat the ambrosia.
Guess the
Also,
desserts
Aurora.
are popular in this bar.
Aurora.
Yes.
I didn't get to say it yesterday, but I am sorry to you as well.
It's so loud. Say again.
I said I'm sorry.
About which parts?
Uh,
Is it how loud you're speaking or
no, about what I did yesterday.
you thinking that's a 4.
You rolled a 4?
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
Do you truly not remember everything that happened after you started drinking, Aurora?
Hubert, you did cure her, right?
Well, no, I don't remember too much of what
TLDR, you tried to help one of the people we were facing, and I intended to kill him right after you brought him back. It was wrong of me to
I
do.
help them?
You healed them.
Wait, how did I help them? Like her eyes
You
going
healed-
a lot wider after the whole discovery this morning.
You healed. Okay, we had already defeated them, and they were not a threat. And you decided to take it upon yourself to heal them. I lost control of myself and got.
She's gonna sink into the table.
No, I mean that's why I'm apologizing. You didn't really do anything particularly extremely wrong, but it wasn't right for me to immediately disgrace what you were trying to do.
You're missing a bit of context, but I appreciate you for saying sorry. I need water.
Hubert will set down a mug of water for you.
Oh wait, no, she doesn't have the alchemy jug anymore. Never mind.
Plus, I might need to look into being a lightweight when it comes to alcohol.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means that it
Some
doesn't
people
take
can't
much-
handle it.
I
means
can
it-
handle it.
Means
I just
it doesn't take much for you to get inebriated.
No, I can handle it. I'm sure. I can prove it. I'll have another drink.
Oh.
Another round of ale.
No.
No,
Well, today is the day we go adventure on the town.
okay, but doing that in the morning and being out in public like that—that's another
That's
law
public
that you don't want to.
intoxication.
Yeah, that's another law here. So
Well, typically when one travels, I believe the term is day drinking.
I do not know
that's
where.
that's still illegal here.
I do not know where exactly you have been traveling. Has it been amongst dwarven country?
I think they just call that Tuesday.
I think the dwarves and I would get along just fine.
I agree.
During your travels, you have in fact hung out with dwarves, and their usual daily routine is waking up and drinking excessively.
But anyway. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, all right. We won't call it day drinking. We'll call it special fun time during the day.
That's still illegal in this
Just
town.
okay. Just as long as if you do it, you do not go out while you're drunk or intoxicated. Unless you want to pay a hefty fine or be put into prison for an extended period of time.
All
You were
right.
full
We'll
of
just
fight
hold off
yesterday.
on the ale. Hold off on the ale. Fine.
Can we check on them as well? I would like to make sure that they're getting along decently.
Oh, that's right.
I was gonna say, well, rubbing the temples of her head, parting with a bit of pink hair that's like not perfectly, braided Africans.
That's right. You were there for the conversation. Well,
What conversation?
we're going to go talk to them today, and we're going to try to see if they're potentially under the effects of any type of charming magic or magic that can
Great.
under control.
Is everyone gonna be this bright?
Yes, it is. It's Haven. It's always bright here, at least during the day.
Travel at night?
Unfortunately, I don't think we have time to waste with traveling during the night.
Aurora, I figured you might want to come explore the city with me instead of doing boring old adventurer stuff.
That does sound nice, but I do want to check on the three men.
We could wander the city and look for some light goggles, I think they're called. Help block out the sun.
Okay, we can do that after we check on the three people. I would like to make sure that they're okay. It's the right thing to do.
Yes, I understood everything you said.
No, was I not?
One second.
What were we saying? What were we saying?
Oh my god.
I rolled a 3.
I was saying that the people, the ones with the hoods and the
The cultists.
the cultists, the dog man, those ones. Can I get more water? Do we have more water here? Oh.
Hubert will set another cup of water on the table.
She's gonna grab the mug. Bartender, want an ale for her, please? She's gonna drink the whole jug, like
No ale.
pretty fast. Yeah, she drinks it pretty fast. They say you can't be hungover if you never stop.
Yes, but
That just
again,
sounds
public
like-
hangover is not illegal. Public drunk is.
Yes.
An excuse
Also,
for alcoholism. I'm afraid. Oh god.
we still need to ask about the other thing as well.
Ecto?
Another thing.
Also, how are you hungover when Hubert cured that?
It's Vectal, and yes, that, but also any gods of death and destruction, if she knows about any.
I'm sure I know about a few of them. I'm just I don't know if you can tell. She's gonna say, "Well, scratching the side of her head now." I'm just a bit predisposed, you could say.
In what manner of speaking?
Indisposed.
That one. She's gonna say, well, like pointing her finger towards Mara.
Adel is going
She
to
meant
look
she
the-
meant indisposed. That's what she meant.
I mean,
Indisposed and
maybe I'll feel better later, and then I could try to recall that.
indisposed in what manner of... You know what? I was going to step out from between them both. I am sure you will both enjoy your time.
What does that mean? Listen, I just want to check on the people.
I am sure you do. Have fun. Try not to get arrested and try not to be forced to pay any fines.
My lady, I do believe Aurora wishes to come with us.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
it
guess
turns
I
out
understood.
we're all very interested in talking to the people in the hoods.
Well,
It's
I'm going
not
to be...
that. I just want to make sure they're okay.
I'm sure they're fine. But yes, we're fine.
As a healer, I would like to check up on them after. She's gonna make hand gestures while she's saying all this, doing the. Now she's like doing sparkling hands. She's like jazz handing it, this, a bit of healing, and whatnot.
If
to
you'd
check up on
like, I
people.
can. Once you are in a better state of mind and not fumbling over every other word,
No,
I'll
no, no,
let the
no. I'm
redeemed.
not fumbling over. It's fine. Okay, let's go.
And immediately
That'll be
she's just
fine.
normal.
You guys are yelling too much. Okay, let's go. Let's get this show on the
Please don't
road.
walk
Let's
over.
move.
I think we're not yelling enough,
No.
actually.
Fucking.
If we speak loud enough, you will get used to it so it doesn't hurt as much.
Oh my god. Let me roll for this.
I mean, do you want to roll a con save to see if this makes you sick?
It was 16, so.
You have an upset stomach, but it's nothing major.
Oh.
Let's see.
God.
Can
Okay,
I somehow
yes, I'm
bass boost
fine.
my voice in Discord? Alas, I can't figure it out.
Oh no.
I
I'm
don't
fine,
want to
let's-
yell any louder because I don't want to...
She's gonna push herself up off the table and say, okay, we are good to go. I'm good to go.
Beastie will give
Me.
a thumbs up. See?
As you say this, Aurora, you feel a hand clamp onto the top of your head before Hubert uses lay on hands and cures you of your hangover before walking back to Edelsarte.
Thank you, Hubert.
I want a blanket. I feel cold. And she's gonna say,
Do
"All right,
what?
we're good to go." I was saying I want a blanket. I feel cold.
Hubert will reach into his pack and then toss a blanket at you now.
She's gonna wrap herself around with the blankets, and then say, "Let's go."
I was just gonna say, I swear to God, one of these days we're gonna need to make a whole week of no drinking so we can actually stay on task.
I would love to see you try to enforce
Did she
that.
hear that? Wait, hold on. Did you try to say this stealthily?
No, he did not.
Well,
No,
he
not
was
Hubert.
saying it as he was walking it out, yeah.
Oh, so
Did
you
you
were
try
trying
to
to
say
say
it
it stealthy?
No, he's saying it to Ados since he was like next to you. He was just saying it to her. Mostly in
Okay.
a joking manner, but not like being serious about it.
Alright, so since he was not trying to hide it, you heard it with no issue.
She's gonna stick her tongue out at him as she walks out.
He is not looking back, so he did not see that.
Alright. So as you all leave the inn, you find a redeemed waiting for you who looks to you all and says, "I am here to lead you to the incarceration facility."
And we are not day drinking.
I would hope not. Public intoxication is illegal here.
And which rule is that? Is there like a numbered order?
That
I'm just
rule
curious. I just like learning about like.
that rule is number 126.
That's fascinating. Do you have them on like a really long scroll, or is it inscribed atop a stone of some sort or a pillar?
You can get a list of our bylaws at at the traveling facility at the entrance of the city.
Mayhaps you also have a souvenir shop.
I am unaware, but most likely.
Fascinating. Okay.
There is a shopping district here.
She's gonna jot that down.
Now, please, follow me. And the Redeemed will begin leading you along.
While heading along, Beastie just looks very, very confused for a bit. Then, like, looks to Aurora is like, if a facility is traveling, how does he know where it is?
Beastie
gonna
doesn't.
rub
Beastie
his eyes
doesn't know what a car is, so you can't make this joke.
Well, she knows what traveling is.
Yes, but what he said was incarcerated.
No, she said, like he said, the traveling facility
Yeah, to
is
the
at
to
the
the-
something.
The incarceration facility. I'm here to lead you
I
to
thought
it.
he said traveling facility.
No.
How the hell did I get traveling from incarceration? What? That was
You're
weird.
drunk.
Am I drunk?
George is gonna.
I
George
guess
is
I
gonna-
am.
George's gonna eventually rub his eyes and be like, on second thought, I think I might take a drink at appropriate times.
As you say this, one of the Redeemed, like, you hear the sound of grinding gears as the Redeemed just slowly looks at you.
I said at an appropriate time.
Oh, that is actually Rule 126. If you did not know, George, the rules here. You may not stay drink.
For quoting one of the bylaws, one of the Redeemed reach into their pocket and offer you a butterscotch candy.
Woo!
Yo,
What?
Beastie will stare at this, then will go, ooh, you shan't kick doors off of doors.
The Redeemed
Good one.
looks at you for a good 10 seconds before also offering you a butterscotch candy.
She is very appreciative.
I mean, like, waving at the redeems. No drinking holy water on Sundays.
They look to one another before looking back at you and say, I suppose that would be bad for you, but that is not against our bylaws.
That's what I meant. It's not against your bylaws, and I'm gonna hold out my hand.
They will look to you for a while. Roll persuasion. They do, in fact, give you a butterscotch candy.
And I got this for you, Aurora. Have a candy.
She's gonna grab it, untwist it, and immediately plop the second one in her mouth.
She's an addict.
She has 2 butterscotch candies, like in one side of her cheek.
And after a while, you are all led to a stone building, and maps work with me. You are each led inside, and before you is a nice, clean, well-kept facility, very familiar. You can recognize it as a prison facility, and as you enter, you see a spirit floating, currently cataloging as it lifts it what would be its head towards you, but you find the robe under the hood to be empty as it goes, "How may I help you?"
What do I have to say? We are here to see the three people brought in yesterday.
Under whose authority?
Azazel.
The spirit will then look down and begin very slowly and meticulously flipping pages.
George will just wait.
Right here. Name,
George will lock and hide.
occupation.
Adventurer, soldier.
When was the last time you contributed to the tithe?
You're a fucking deadbeat.
To be honest, I do not remember.
Is the tithe strictly monetary, sir?
It can also be provided in provisions. We use it to ensure that those in need are fed and maintained with clothing and other necessities.
And you haven't been contributing a tithe in quite some time. That's shameful.
Well, I'm sorry that I've been traveling for the past couple months.
George has been providing things for Haven, just not in that sense.
The spirit will look to you before looking down and starts writing, has not provided a tithe.
I mean, it's not like you can't do it now, can he?
The spirit will look up expectantly.
He looks at George.
George will hand over 20 gold.
Spirit will begin counting each and individual gold piece very slowly before eventually floating into his office, setting it aside, and floats back. Has provided 20 gold tithe. Very well. Follow me, the spirit says, and then will face through the door, which he did not open for you, and wait in the hallway.
George will go through and open the door.
He's kind of rude, isn't he?
He's an unseen servant. They kind of don't really.
He is an indentured
Or
spirit.
indentured spirit. So. Also, I believe you or Aurora should probably talk to them. I don't really think they'd want to speak to me.
Most likely not, considering what you almost did to them. But it will be fine.
Yep. And then as they're walking, George will kind of nudge Jubilee.
What's up?
Do you know how to cast Detect Magic, Jubilee?
I can't really detect it, but I can dispel it.
Okay, well that's good at least.
Ground rules before we
Someone
go
else.
away. Don't attempt to charm them.
I'm mostly here as a lie detector, more or less, so I will not.
Right.
Lily, was that it?
Are your other friends coming? The spirit asks, looking to you all.
He's gonna look back at them not being there. I will turn on her heel and also head back.
They should be. They might just be a little distracted.
Well, Scalodius is kind of sitting there waiting for you guys, like, oh, I'm all right. I figured out he'll just wait here.
He's just realized that she's not going to
That'll-
be useful in this situation and has gone back.
George will also think to himself, He's gonna start writing down. So he's gonna take out his notebook and take off a paper, and he's gonna hand it over to Adelsar Day.
Go read it.
I will post this because this is the plan that George was originally gonna do, but realizing that he probably isn't going to be able to get much out of this. Hold on. I gotta fucking make sure everything is correct here.
Okay.
And then, as he hands her that note, he'll eventually go back towards the front.
Eventually, as you go back toward the front, you see Aurora making her way to group up with the group, but for some reason, Scalodius and Maravesta are staying in the lobby.
Oh.
I mean, Scaloli's already said to Beastie why he was.
Sorry, what happened? My mom called, so I was having to talk to her quick.
Oh, I was just saying to that how Scaloli's had already explained to Beastie he was just felt like staying there and wasn't going to be much help anyway, so he was just staying back there. But he said that to Beastie. So.
Beastie shrugs.
He'll just walk in and just sit down at the table up front.
The spirit will watch the newly formed group before floating through the wall and back into the lobby and says, Mr. George O'Loughnide,
Yes.
it is you who is here to visit the prisoners, not your compatriots. You must be present, lest I must evict them.
All right. He'll go back to the door and we'll just go with them.
Follow me. Here they are.
Aurora's gonna look in the. Oh well. Estelle's gonna look in the cell. What does she see in there? What is the who and what kind of setting is it?
I mean, it's fine.
Mhm.
The cells are well maintained. You can see that they have been provided food recently. It's clean, and they have been given small little objects to help occupy their minds and their hands while locked away. They have in no way been mistreated.
Okay.
However, the one in the bottom left cell is currently curled in the fetal position. Looks like he is sweating profusely, and we're going to give him that icon to show that. And he does not appear to be doing particularly well. The one in the top right cell is sitting with his back turned to all of you, and the one in the top left cell is the only one who is currently fidgeting with the items that have been provided to give him somewhat entertainment.
Okay, so top right cell is kind of turned away from us right now.
Yes.
Hey friend, it's me again.
We're going to give him this one to determine that he's turned away from y'all.
Just gonna kind of offer a hand in there.
He doesn't turn. He doesn't react. Just continues facing the wall. And the one in the top left cell says, "Yeah, good luck trying to get anything out of him."
Oh. Hello friends. What's wrong with them?
Well, where do I start? He says, looking to you.
Take your time, we have plenty.
They might be suffering from the side effects.
The side effects of what? Mayhaps I can help.
He just slowly looks at you and says, "Unless you can remove the creatures that are in us without killing us, I highly doubt it."
Ah, right. Forgot that was something that the cult did.
Hmm.
I have
Perhaps
to.
maybe I'll find a way. I would like to help you all as best I can.
I have to ask. Did you know what you were getting into when you joined with a puppeteer?
He, you hear him chuckle a bit to this before he just laughs a bit more and sighs and then says, "You make it seem like we have a choice."
Figured as. Please,
Sorry to hear that, friends.
please tell me what happened. How did you end up like this?
Um, I was living a nice life in my village. Didn't really bother anyone. And one day, he showed up, killed everyone, killed everyone I knew and I loved, implanted this thing inside me, and then gave me the choice of either follow him for a chance of a cure or die.
How long ago did this happen?
Years.
Years ago. You've been working with the puppeteer ever since?
I wouldn't really say I'm working with him.
For him?
He tells me to do something, I do it to ensure that I don't have these things crawling out of me.
No, pause. Hold on. So, did you work for the wider cult or just the puppet master?
I don't work for the cult.
So he has been planning this. No.
It's a straight up coup.
Either he's been planning this for a while, or this is his initial effort. Okay.
Well, they're doing that. Can Otto do detect magic?
Sure.
Because I cast detect magic, and then we'll go and look at the guy in this cell.
You look at him, there doesn't appear to be anything magical about him, personally.
Did any type of aura magical effects around him or anything like that?
Not presently.
Hey, that you said that. Then gonna walk over to the guy in the bottom left cell and look at him.
He's giving off a faint glow, but it's not a magic that you can recognize.
I kind of just keep looking at him for a little bit, and I'll make note of that, and then I'll go back to stand next to Jubilee and looking at the other guy.
He also is not giving off any semblance of magic.
All right. No, I go and attack magic after the time.
Okay. So, why did you guys come here in the first place?
Because we plan on stopping the puppeteer. And we are hoping that any information you have can help us in that.
Unfortunately, I'm not really given a lot of information. The only information I'm given is go do this. And if you fail, well, failure is not really an option. Definitely not something you want to do with someone like him.
Oh no. Fortunately. So what missions have you been asked to do? Any of note to you?
Mostly just guarding
Guarding what?
people.
Like?
The ritual casters that you slaughtered?
Hill frowns to this and clenches her fist slightly before unclenching. Right. Anyone else?
No.
Alright. So, in the Puppeteer's cult, is there anyone of note aside from the Puppeteer?
I think I need you to reword your question.
Does he have second in command, sergeants, lieutenant, captains, anything like that? Or are you all the same rank just beneath him?
He doesn't exactly need any of those. There's dozens, if not hundreds, of copies of him helping him out.
And whenever he has given you an... Was there anything that seemed different compared to how he typically acted? It could be small.
No. There's never been any situation in which he's ordered me to do something that he ever acted differently. A cruel person seeming to take enjoyment out of the suffering which he inflicted on someone.
Alright. One more thing. What's your name?
He just looks to you and goes, "Why?"
Because I want to know who I'm fighting for.
No. You definitely aren't fighting for me.
As long as the Puppeteer is still doing what he's doing, you're in danger. And you're as much a victim of him as anyone else.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be here much longer. Once these things finish pupating. But my name is Tall.
Nice to meet you, Tall. I'm Estelle. She's gonna cut herself off, blinking, like closing her eyes and then open them. Aurora.
I was going to think, has there, like, they've been fighting the cult for a while. There must be something they could do to stop those things and cite them from hatching, no?
So
Maybe.
How were
That's
they
gonna ask.
implanted again?
I was what?
How were they implanted again?
Actually, we have no idea.
Good. The question that needs to be asked. Like I thought, I'll be like, how do those things get in you then? Or how do they put them in you?
He sighs a bit before he leans back, placing his head against the wall, and said, "I don't know how it's put in everyone, but for me, while I was shell-shocked at the destruction of my village, I felt his hand on me, on my back, and then I felt something pulse through me, and ever since then, I can feel these things growing in me. And they're only ever stopped whenever he decides to revert them."
That
Come
doesn't
over here
sound like
and-
magic.
I was gonna say, come over here and put your back to the wall if you can.
He just looks over at you and says, "Why?"
So I can see what he did, so I can see if I can undo it.
He just raises an eyebrow to this.
What would you rather that have that ticking time bomb in your back, or would you like it to get removed and have a chance to possibly go back to a normal life.
Somehow I don't think you're going to find anything, he says, but he does eventually stand and turns his back to you.
What do we see on his back?
Nothing. Looks like a back.
Sorry, it cut off a lot. What did you say?
He shows his back to you and there's nothing. Just looks like a back.
I did ask him to get close to it. So did he move to in front of where I was?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna put my hand out and just kind of feel on his back for any spots or anything that protrudes or anything out of the ordinary.
You don't feel anything out of the ordinary at first until you feel it feels as if something moves under his skin, but you don't see his skin bulge at all.
I'm looking to where I felt the movement, and where on his back is it?
Just wherever you have your hand. I'll leave that one up to you because ultimately it doesn't matter specifically where it is.
Okay. Just trying to make sure if it's not near a vital organ. Okay. Definitely something in there, and it's active. This might be a bad idea. I just leaned over to Adel while keeping my hand on his back. This might be a bad idea, but please have Helium Revivify on standby. I'm gonna see if I can try something.
Just be careful.
Alright. I'll find something metal on me and straight up tell him, this is probably gonna hurt, but this is gonna help. I promise.
I'll look to this and we'll stop. Wait. Hubert?
I think I found the thing. It's moving.
I know. Hubert has steady hands, and she'll step back to give him space. Help her.
I don't believe this is a good idea, but very well, he says, and before he continues, he then continues by saying, because unless I am much mistaken, those creatures are in fact the size of cats, correct?
They are. Removing them would most likely not go well. But I trust you in Jubilee. You might be onto something.
Real quick, before you guys do that, just in case, then point at the guy behind us. That guy also has the lingering magic that might be going on with him, if you want me to dispel that.
If you dispel that, he's most likely going to die.
Well, that's the thing, is that I didn't see it with him or with him. It's only with him.
Keep an eye on him. And maybe try to discern what it is.
It's because, says Adel while pointing to his thing inside of him is closer to coming out compared to the others. Dispelling the magic might release it prematurely, killing him.
Alright. I'm gonna find something for the guy to bite down on. Because, again, this is gonna hurt, but we promise we're trying to help. We're trying to help you, but I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna hurt.
At this point, the spirit chimes in and says, we do not allow outside operations to be conducted upon the prisoners. That is cruel and unusual.
We are not. This is an emergency procedure, and if you need to go get permission, please do it quickly, because this might be a problem for your kingdom internally if this thing gets out.
Hold on. He looks to the indentured spirit. What defenses do you have in place inside of the cells?
We do not have defenses inside the cells. Otherwise, someone could tamper with them and cause an accident that we do not wish to occur.
Okay. Are you aware of the creatures that are currently inside of the three? No?
We did have one of our clerics take a look at them after they were brought in. The one in the cell below, he says, motioning to the bottom left cell, is slated for a deeper look from one of our acting physicians.
He'll look to him as he says this. He'll sigh and look back to you. Forget it.
Adel, from what I'm feeling, this could be like immediate need an emergency procedure.
I
If
know.
we need get permission from their physicians, that's fine. But if we don't do this, it could lead to terrible results later down the line.
Understand, Jubilee, but they know what they're dealing with.
Do they? Because I think we barely understand, and we've dealt with them a lot.
They do.
This is going on. George is going to contact his mother.
Hello, George.
I'm guessing that sighs because you know exactly what is going on at the cell right now.
I know one of your people is arguing with the indentured spirit that I put in charge of in charge as the warden.
Yeah, they're trying to assist one of the cult members and see if we can find a way to. Well, you probably understand what's going on now, what they're trying to do at this point. I'd hope. And I was
Their plan is to just blindly cut open the individual.
I assume so. That's why I was asking if you or your physicians know of any ways to expel. Out of character, are these things considered abominations, or are they like something else?
Aberrations.
Aberrations. To expel aberrations from the inside of people's bodies?
Aberrations are very tricky to expunge. They, depending on what type they are, they can plant larval creatures inside others that can slowly pupate and grow. The issue is that in order as a self-defense mechanism, they tie themselves to the vitals of their hosts, to a point where if they are removed, it kills the host. It is the reason we have yet to operate on them as of yet.
George will speak up and say, Jubilee,
Yeah?
unless you're interested in potentially killing the man, I suggest you probably stop for now. Because from what I was just told, these things attach themselves to vital parts of them. If they are removed or attempted to be removed, it could potentially kill them as well.
Do they connect via magical means, or do they connect via some other way? Because this is an important distinction.
He'll ask, do you know if they're connected by magical means, Mother?
I do not.
We don't know.
I am not an expert on aberrations.
We don't know.
Would you allow Jubilee to attempt an Arcana check for this?
How many times have you dealt with aberrations?
Well, considering the amount of times we fought them, and they tend to eat magic, as far as I'm aware, wouldn't be too out of the way to expect them to use magic to do stuff as well, right?
Unfortunately, that is not a safe thing to assume when becoming parasitic in nature.
Can Adel roll Arcana? And she's dealt with them her whole life, basically?
While you have dealt with them, you haven't dealt with them dealing with hosts. So
fair enough.
Alright. Would all have any teachings on that from his dad or no?
No, because while this has technically been going on, your dad hasn't exactly been experimenting on people who have been infected, so he also would not have too many teachings on it.
All
Do
right.
I have any
George will-
teachings through my time as a healer or being taught?
I'm very glad that you asked that, as you're the only one who has an intimate connection with aberrations.
I was about to say, yeah.
They're the
So,
beholders.
Yeah.
you get to roll with advantage.
I will.
You need to roll a history.
Yeah, I'll just roll that because I don't want to do numbers. There you go.
Ooh, that's good.
As all of this is going on, Aurora, you remember years back sitting and being lectured on abjurations and why they're lesser to me, a lesson of Quackhaxians. So, funnily enough, you do actually know there are a plethora of species of aberrations that like to get into a parasitic relationship with hosts. Some of them like to feed off the life force of living hosts. Others like to consume their minds, and others enjoy the consumption of negative emotions or enjoy the suffering of one's spiritual and mental facilities. These creatures, from your best guess based on everything you see, are linked to a host and begin to multiply. And while inside the host, they can grow to a large size without causing any damage, but over the course of time, eventually grow into a much larger problem. If the host dies before they are finished pupating, they come out as the little scions that you saw multiples of. They can be removed, but only by magical means and by a very specific spell.
Does she recall the spell?
Banishment.
Banishment? Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
Which I
Because
specialize in.
because as the pupating creatures count as a different creature, if the spellcaster can focus enough and channel their banishment into the pupating creature, you banish it back from the dimension it came from, and it leaves the host body without any negative ramifications.
Mhm.
Okay, my plan's still a go then.
So,
of.
recalling
If
this,
she
she's gonna recall memories of like a younger Estella being lectured by her giant beholder mother. Friends, can I have your hands?
Yeah.
I was
I
talking
keep
to
one
the
hand on the
spell.
guy's back still and just hold out my other one. So
Well,
I'm
no,
keeping
she's
track
asking
of
the
where the
person in
thing
the
is.
cell. Yeah.
She's asking the person in the cell.
Yeah, I'm asking the person in the cell.
Would you ask?
Friends, can I have your hands, please?
He just raises an eyebrow, but moves and offers his hand to you.
Do you trust me?
Not really. He says, telling the truth.
That is a fair point. I do, however, have your best interests in mind. And I see you have had an unfair shake at things. May I ask that you, as awkward as this may be, stare into my eyes and just focus.
He just looks at you. He seems excruciatingly confused with the whole situation, but he does do it.
Yeah, she's gonna smile. And then focusing her best on this person, locking eyes with them. Can her amulet on her necklace like start lifting a little bit as she casts banishment on them?
You
Trying to
can
banish the spirit.
You can flavor your spells however you want to.
Yeah, so her amulets gonna start lifting a little bit. And then she's gonna cast Banishment on the spirit.
All right.
The creature.
Roll
Yeah,
roll
the
a
creature.
roll a concentration check.
Yeah.
It's
Before
technically
you do,
it is technically a concentration saving throw.
okay, before she does, I'm giving her Bardic Inspiration. So she'll get an extra D10 if she needs it.
Concentration. Constitution?
Yes.
Con
God.
save. And roll D10 if you want to add to it.
Oh, I need to know before. Oh, geez.
Well, I mentioned it before you rolled, so
Yeah.
26 total.
Which is actually 31 because you're within Hubert's aura, and that can give you an
Oh, wow.
additional +5.
That's right.
So, as you focus on the man before you to ensure that you do not accidentally send him away, you feel the magic slowly washing through him as your banishment takes effect, and you find each and every pupating eldritch creature within him, slowly but surely removing them, and so long as you maintain your concentration for a minute, they are permanently banished to the plane that they came from.
And
He's gonna
feeling is
continue
back, I
locking
can feel
eyes
them
with him,
disappearing.
ignoring everything.
Unfortunately, Jubilee, no, you cannot feel them disappearing because you could only feel the one as it moved under your skin. Or moved
Under
under
his skin,
his skin.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
under
okay,
his
I was like, well, I'm sorry, what?
But over the course of the next minute, Aurora, you do feel that you have cured this person.
Are you feeling better now, friends?
I don't know.
Well, you'll feel better, I promise. And she's gonna let go of his hand.
Did you get them all?
I'm fairly certain, at least. I did it like Mother taught me, so I'll say I'm sure.
I'll just look to the prisoner. Well, congratulations. Seems like you're parasite free now.
So your mother's like a bug doctor?
Lots of bug doctor.
Expert in aberrations, I'm gonna guess.
Sure, she's a bug doctor.
I was just going to give Aurora a sidelong glance.
Well, seems like your idea was actually a lot less messier than mine was.
It just takes a lot of focus, I'm afraid. She's gonna skip over to this cell now and try to gauge this person.
George will
That's the one who is currently in the fetal position, profusely sweating. He is not in good condition.
Aurora?
Friend, it's me again.
That one might need it very quickly if we have a way to stop it.
George, as this is happening, is gonna protect his mother. And did you witness that?
Who are you talking to?
He's talking to his mother, because I'm assuming she didn't get the connection.
She will reply, I can only see what the indentured spirit sees. He is currently looking at his paperwork.
Oh, well.
Then fill her in.
From what I assume she is that since
We got a cure.
essentially there is a cure. A simple cure that isn't, that doesn't really affect the host.
Good to hear.
And if whenever that can, essentially Actually, real quick, can George? I don't know if he would have to, but can George try to make sure that there isn't any, if he can feel any other presences within their call or in their talk?
There are no other presences within your
Okay.
talk.
Okay. Essentially, the cure is if you focus hard enough, you can abandon it, and you can feel the spirits within them, or the aberrations within them. You can banish them,
Good
and
to
that
know.
cures them of all ailments.
I will spread the word.
Before, don't. Try to spread it too quickly, because if word gets out and the cult figures this out, I'm pretty sure the puppeteer will probably change his methods. Right now, we want him as unsuspecting and confident as he can be. If you're okay with that, Mother.
I suppose.
Actually, he'll cut the call and look over to see what's going on.
Well, Ada will rest her hand on Aurora's shoulder and say, Aurora, you've done enough.
I haven't done enough. These other two are still injured.
I know. But you figured out the cure, and the doctors and priests here will know what to do. Save your resources.
My resources are for healing, and I see two people in need.
Understand your concern. You need to learn to trust others. They will be able to help them as much as you have.
Well, that's the thing. I am trusting of others, but just gonna look around. If I'm here, why not help them now? And this one's clearly in need of it.
In case of what we might run into later. I agree that they need help, but they will be helped. By people that are just as skilled as you and I. We are better served helping them in ways that they cannot help themselves. And that is by taking the
I'd
fight
still
to the
suggest
cause.
expediting.
Adel?
Yes?
Much as I do agree, you see the same thing I do. That man is barely holding on. I mean, that man was a lot
Yeah,
more
this
intact
is,
than the other one, but I feel like if we can take care of his issue more promptly before those things do come out of him, I think that would at least be a good use of resources. So we don't know when those things are going to come out of him.
This might be in need of expedition.
I'll listen to this, and then we'll look to the indentured servant. When did you say that the priests were going to look at him further?
We have summoned them, but they will get here when they are able to.
Can you expedite that?
I am but the prison warden. I cannot tell them to get here faster.
Alright. Go ahead.
Friends, are you able to stand?
Although he does not reply, based on the fact that he is not moving nor seeming to really realize that you're talking to him, no.
Can you unlock the cell? She says to the warden.
Under whose authority?
And we'll look over to George. Then we'll look back to Azazel.
If it's not too much issue, I wish to help this man as best I can.
You can.
You can lock us in there if you need to.
George will
And
sign.
also, she's gonna hand Lumen over.
Wait, George will sign. To make it easier, ask the indentured spirit to look at you, and you can at least ask Azazel that way.
Okay.
Oh. She's gonna, walk over in front of the person now. She's still wrapped in her blanket, also.
You're walking in front of the indentured spirit?
Yeah.
The
And
indentured...
before she does that, she's also gonna put Lumen on the, I imagine, is this like a desk or like a table? Sorry, I'm
It's
just
a
gonna ask for specific.
It is a table.
She's gonna Sorry, Lumen, I'll just be 1 second. I'm helping someone. She's gonna put Lumen down. Does Lumen say anything before?
And Lumen Lumen says, "I wish you luck." Doesn't seem bothered that you're setting him down.
Alright, well, she sets Lumen down.
The indentured spirit will look to you and say, "Under whose authority do you have the right to enter?"
She's gonna point towards George and say, George, I don't know how to ask your mother. Could you ask it for me?
Oh my God.
Azazel,
Should
do we have
I-
permission to open the
Are
cell
we on a
doors
friendship
to
level like that? I'm not too sure. Are we friends? 'Cause last
Azazel?
time,
He'll
awkward
step.
conversation.
He'll step in front of the servants and say, "Azazel, do we have permission to open the doors and save that man's life?"
I am not Azazel. I am the prison warden.
I am speaking to Azazel through your eyes.
You are speaking to me, and I do not have eyes.
What? I thought.
The hood has no head under it.
What?
George
the
will.
Okay. This
George
son
will
of a
roll his
bitch.
eyes eventually, and then will ask, in the context of their mother, can you tell the indentured spirit to give us permission to go into the cell and save this man?
It's silent for a moment before the indentured spirit says, "Very well, but I still need to know under whose authority you're allowed to enter from."
George will just say, Azazel's.
Very good.
George's mother.
He
She's gonna clap her hands.
will then raise a hand, and you all hear the cell unlock before opening.
I'm trying to
She's gonna
remember. Is
walk
it
in
Estella
rather
Luna?
quickly.
Aurora.
Aurora, let's hurry. I'm still gonna help you out.
Okay, that's
Hubert, you should get in there as well to assist
She's
Aurora with their
gonna
concentration.
Giving you
close
another
her eyes this
inspiration for this.
time, kind of
You-
focusing on just the feeling.
Hubert
the
will look
person.
at Hubert will look at you as you more or less told him to do that, as if looking at you as if going the audacity before very calmly walking in.
This is where George is
Caucasity of this
annoyed
bitch.
that we've stalled so long to help this man. He's also
That's
going
not
through
what
a.
you do.
in here. I just want to say that. And then she's gonna close her eyes and focus on
Let's go
kind
through
of
an
feeling the
emotional
person's
crisis
aura
right
and
now.
energy. Trying to
Uh,
like locate the source of where this is. She's putting her hands on them, trying to feel where this parasitic kind of aura could be radiating from, while focusing her banishment.
As you touch the man, you can actually you can tell that the pupae are very close to becoming their ultimate evolution, essentially.
Mhm.
So whatever you do, you're going to have to do it fast, because even the slightest screw up on your part could cause it to hatch prematurely.
This is gonna be difficult. It's very far in the process. This person's hurting.
All right. Let's see.
She's gonna focus her banishment.
All right, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Hold on. Oh wait. I thought Adel had guidance. I guess not. Never mind.
I mean, I was gonna
Well, she has the inspiration from Jubilee.
head over here and give her and place his hand to the bars and try to touch Aurora's shoulder if he can, and then give her an enhance ability.
Okay, feeling all of her friends kind of helping her.
There's endurance.
Probably like Hubert's energy, Jubilee's hand on her left shoulder, and I'm feeling Otto's hand on her right shoulder. She's gonna really focus this while smiling. And she's gonna cast banishment.
Oh boy.
Oh, so the
Wow.
flash of genius.
What does that do?
Christ.
It gives you a +5 to whatever this is at the moment.
Yeah, it's a real low. I mean, for the shits and gigs, I'm roll it. It would have been an 11. That's bullshit.
All right.
This dice is cursed.
Oh wait,
But-
hold on.
19s earlier.
So, let's see.
And then +5 from Hubert's
Nine.
thing. It's like 10, 18, 19.
So, let's see. You're at a 19 at the moment. What does Bear's Endurance do?
It gives her advantage, but she rolled the same thing.
Okay.
Snake eyes.
I'm, not to spoil what it is, but one of you have something that can solve the problem here.
I know. Errol is waiting to use it in case that I don't, because like
It's not
Errol.
you.
Oh, okay.
Do I?
Was it Flash of
I think
Genius?
it's a
I'm pretty sure I
cleric,
did
I'm
Flash
pretty
of Genius.
You did do
You did.
Flask of Genius. but
Doesn't
that's-
George have banishment?
That wouldn't really help here.
Oh,
But, I cannot directly tell you what the ability is, but one of you have something that can help here.
Destroy undead. I don't think that would work on the parasitic entity.
I think he's talking about
Hold
with
on.
the help with the roll.
is it with
I
the
think.
roll?
It is with the roll.
Oh wait, do I have guidance?
No. Adel was going to give it to you, but apparently Adel does not have the spell prepared.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
can
she
I
ain't
have
got it.
casted guidance on myself?
I will allow it, I suppose, but you need to tell me you do that before you
Okay.
make your rolls.
I forgot as a cleric I have that. Can I roll?
Yes, you can roll.
Okay. It's at a 22 now, guys. We're really getting there.
Okay, so you are at a 22. Do any
Uh,
of you have anything you want to do before I say the final ruling?
Oh, wait. Does this? Oh, I just realized something. Okay, I
wait,
have an
borrowed
idea.
knowledge
Otto has an
I
idea.
could've done.
This is gonna be. Wait, hold on. I need to
Oh.
check what the spell is at the moment.
Wait, may I borrowed knowledge?
Bar knowledge only
What
works
is
for
skill?
checks on a certain thing.
Yeah, it's like inside divination stuff.
Wait, hold on.
Why
It's a
can't this be
save, right?
wisdom?
It is a save.
Hold on, I might have something for this. Not that one. No, I'm pretty sure I've got. Take a bless.
Oh, I also had bless.
You wouldn't have been able to maintain concentration on
I
guidance.
wouldn't be able to
Uh,
concentration with
oh,
bless.
But I
Idle-
can, because
I
I'm
was
not,
going
because my inspiration's not a spell.
At the same time, I was going to cast Fortune's favor on her.
You cannot. You've already
Oh,
cast.
yeah.
How
Yeah,
many
that's
buffs can we do to one person? You're about to find out.
Okay, unfortunately, one of you need to determine
Roll
who's not
for-
casting Bless here. You can't give Bless twice.
What do you mean?
Bless cannot be
it'll
stacked.
put-
Yeah, both Adel and Jubilee cast it.
All chaos.
I don't think it
Alright.
matters.
So looking at stuff.
Jesus
I
Christ.
took off the spell slot already, so it'll be me if you want. Unless, hold on. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But I think that's the only other buff I have for rolls.
We are at a total of 23. No, 22?
23.
23.
I rolled
Fixed
the,
armor
yeah.
class.
I would have rolled a 4 on the d4. This is bullshit.
Get yourself a
Anything else?
dice cam so you can use your dice.
I'm so lucky with actual dice sometimes, I swear.
Yeah.
12.
But if you get
Five.
yourself a dice cam where we can see your rolls, I'll allow you to roll IRL dice.
I'm very lucky. 16. 20. Oh, I should have rolled IRL today. I should have set the camera. Oh my god, it would have been over.
What did you roll? No.
I rolled it at 1, never mind. No dice cam.
Alright. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk this. Adel is going to use 3 of her 3rd level spell slots to try and teleport the thing within him 100.
No, that will not
No.
work. You cannot see the creature in him.
Ah. And doing it to him wouldn't help either.
No, doing it to him would undoubtedly doom him.
Alright.
Doesn't someone here have
Is
silvery
there
barbs?
something-
That was what I was thinking, but it forces him to reroll and take the lowest.
He's not really rolling anything, so if you put it on someone, it don't really matter.
Unfortunately, Aurora already had advantage, so silvery barbs cannot apply
Yeah.
advantage.
I'll
Okay,
let her
I
reroll,
thought
and
I didn't know she had advantage. Never
I was
mind.
trying to see if Lucky lets her do the roll, but I don't know if that applies there.
Do you want to try?
Otto will try using his Rapid's Foot to have a reroll.
Luna, you get to roll one more d20, and you get to choose which result you take.
That is way better.
Way better. Give me that roll, please.
So,
Okay.
for those of you who want to know, it was Lucky that I was referring to.
Okay, that's my fault. 'Cause I
Wait,
thought Lucky only
what?
applies to
I thought I could
other
only
luck
use
points.
Well, I like that because it makes me. I forget as a cleric, I have a lot more like support utility. Because on the
So,
wizard, it
here's
makes
the
sense
thing.
when I'm playing. What's her name?
I see what he's getting at now. Because it's an item, you can technically use it on other people.
Yeah.
Instead of like the luck feat where you get it only for yourself.
All right. Well,
Okay, that makes sense. All right, well then, yeah.
With that, your roll is now a 33.
Yeah. Let's hope it's good enough, because that's all we got for buffs. Power of friendship, motherfucker.
So, does anybody have anything else to add here?
I've added all I can.
So I don't think George can add
I think we
anything.
all tried to save it. So let's see where the dice lay.
Alright. So, Aurora, as you cast the spell this time, for the briefest moment, you feel a falter in your power, and you have a feeling that things are about to go very wrong. But then, with one more look around, seeing everyone doing their best to assist you, you take a deep breath, you send a quick prayer to your mother, and you concentrate on the energy, and you feel the creature within this man try to fight against you to the best of its ability, but it cannot overpower you, and is eventually sent back to the realm whence it came.
Oh. Okay. Focus for the minute and let's hope for the best.
Yeah, you're right. She's gonna focus on her breathing and trying to maintain everything. Nice work.
How's the guy doing now?
He is no longer sweating, but he is currently unconscious.
Opening my eyes, do I see any like visual wounds on him that need curing, or did I feel anything internally? By that I mean, like, did I feel any like?
We're medically checking up on him.
Yeah.
He is perfectly healthy to the best of your understanding, but he is
He's
fine.
just exhausted.
Rest
No,
will help
I-
you,
I-
friends.
I'd be this
That's all
tired
that I
too
can.
if I had that in me. All right. Good job, Aurora.
Very.
Thank you all helped me with that.
Well,
Think we should report this to Azazel then.
he already
He already
knows.
knows.
Right.
What about this one? She's gonna look, like, kind of gesture ahead, like tilting her head right to see past the wall. Mark down the 2 banishments on my sheet.
I do think at this point that's time to wait for the priests.
Yeah, let's wait for the experts because he looks like he's not gonna expire at a moment's notice now. But let's just keep an eye on him until the priests arrive. How's that sound?
She'll sit cross-legged on the ground. just kind of watching them to make sure they're okay.
If you want to stay here, feel free, Aurora, but we have things that we need to do.
Yes, I shall.
Alright.
Good luck, Aurora.
Just don't get, I don't know, just be careful.
I will also be staying.
Will you, George?
I have
I
to.
think he has to.
Alright. Well, good luck.
The barbarians who have no idea what's happened this whole time.
Otto will also stay.
Okay.
How was your interview?
Listen, I had no clue the luck thing was what helped.
I'm just gonna hang out and wait for us to go out to the city later, I guess.
So, they're staying here. So, where are you guys going?
I'm just following Adel's her day.
Yes, I need to know where she's going, though.
To the librarian.
She's got an appointment.
No, she doesn't.
What?
You never filled out your name nor the date that you would come back to visit.
I know.
So, you do not have an appointment.
I never said you did.
Nanny.
Mara, we'll go on your dates after everything is proper here.
Oops.
Oh, so you want it to be a date?
I figured that's what you're gesturing towards.
Those two are flirting, and Otto's just sitting there like, I'm still here, guys.
Otto's seen flat-footing before. He's fine. He's just chilling.
He's third wheel.
George at this point is
like it's
having
no
a
big deal.
fucking crisis about how he was going to brutally murder these men when they just had things inside them.
They literally had no choice. And now that they're free of it, they might be very useful as citizens now.
So, Phenom, you make it back to the library.
Alright. I'll look to Jubilee again.
I'll think of another song.
It has to be
Just
one-
hold out.
It can't be an original. It has to be one that exists there.
I know. Just holds out her hand for the quill and paper. Tries to recall a good song. Yeah. Yeah, there's this children's song. I'll go with that one, I guess.
Alright. After that, Adel will take the parchment and will write on the back. Did not set appointment because I did not think I would be here today. I do not know when I will be leaving. I really need to speak with you. It is of utmost importance to the people of Haven and to you as well. And then she'll send it through the hole.
Potato.
Yes.
You are not a potato. Potato is the nickname I have given a cat.
I thought you said Adel.
No, I said potato. Because she just jumped into my lap and strutted toward my keyboard. Anyway, you send the message down and you get a reply that says, "What is it?"
Sorry, what?
You get a reply that says, "What is it?"
What do you want?
I need to know about Vector.
There is a bit of silence before the chute. Jeez, the chute opens and you see a book.
She will take it and start reading through it.
It is a religious book that tells about various celestial beings, up to and including other angels.
She's going to see if she can find anything about Vector.
You do, in fact, find a section about Vector.
What does it say?
Can you read Celestial?
Yes. Wait, hold on. Yes.
Vector is a harbinger of the end. The only reason he comes to the material plane is to bring an end to wherever he appears. So, if his appearance, for example, is over Haven, it means that Haven must be brought to an end. That is it. While he does not do this with a malicious nature, he does do it with extreme prejudice. If it is time for him to bring one's end, he will not stop until it is wrought upon them. No ifs, ands, or buts.
I'll reach through this. Why would this guy be working with him?
But you should remember what George said.
What did George say about it?
George specifically said that his mother doesn't think the Harbinger will be working with Puppet Master.
Oh, right. Yeah, because
It'll be something that's
no sense. And there's no
Yeah.
way that's... Well,
it'll be also something that's necrotic.
yeah.
Or someone that's better with necrotic energy.
And why does the other George feel they're not working together and he's not working with him? Bechtel is a tool that the Puppet Master wants to use. She's going to read through to see if there's anything specific that says, like, what is it that makes Vectel decide that something needs to be destroyed?
As you read through it, you find that is not something that is provided within the book. It only tells you Vectel's purposes, not the reason behind his purpose. Because ultimately, it's hard to tell what the reason behind one's purpose without asking them directly.
But he is an angel, yeah?
Yes.
Alright. Ale will write a small thank you note, place it atop the book and push it down the chute, and is going to turn... Okay. I guess she's going to leave the directing to others. Now she's just thinking. And she's thinking aloud, too. She's saying that Bechtel is just a completely neutral party. He's only doing his job and destroys things, most likely to counterbalance the way that things are created. But if he does that, then what about the 5 elder beings that the cult worked for originally? They eat things. That's similar to destroying things. Alright. He's going to try and contact the Rifter.
How do you get him? Roll a d20 for me.
Alright. Well, shit.
What do you say?
Oh. Rifter. I need to know. Do you know the reason why the beings that you and the cult worshipped go about eating realms? Is that something they were designed for, or is that something they plan to do?
They do it to live. It's their sustenance.
Okay. Do you know about an angel called Vectel?
No.
Alright. Did you know, was the puppeteer in charge of recruiting people into the cult while he was still a part of it?
From my understanding, it was less recruit and more kidnap.
But he did do that for the cult.
For his sect, specifically.
Okay. Alright. Thanks, Rifter. Actually, what have you been up to since we last spoke?
Irrelevant.
It is pretty relevant, I feel. I need to know if we're treading the same ground.
Unfortunately, I am busy. I cannot talk at the minute.
Busy what?
Not dying.
Are you fighting something?
Not anymore.
What were you fighting?
And one of the Eldritch Abominations.
Sent by the puppeteer.
One that works under him. It was not sent by him.
And you're an Aria still?
I don't have time for this.
Okay, fine. I just need one more answer. Are there more Eldritch beings that work under the puppeteer attacking Aria at an increased rate since we last spoke? Yes or no?
I am in the realm between.
Okay, thank you. That's all I needed. And she'll cut the call. Well, shit. Okay. Well, the puppeteer has more of his Eldritch beings in the realm between. No idea why the Rifter is there, but he's attacking. Rifter is a harbinger of the angel god. He's a he appears over haven. Nature does it. But to stop if he decides something needs to be destroyed. I just need to figure out what makes him think that he needs to destroy things. Scalodius with him?
I guess. I think he followed you.
Yeah.
I was gonna go with Scalodius. I need to speak with Draco.
Okay. Let me see what I can do. We'll, I guess, attempt to pray to get Draco's attention.
So you're trying to remember anything about Vectol? Yeah,
Who, Adel or Scalodius?
either of you. I mean, Galodius. You're kinda cut out on me, so I wasn't 100% sure what you said.
I said he was gonna pray to try to contact Lord Draco, I guess.
Roll religion? You get no info that way.
He kind of just shrugs at Adel, like, sorry.
Oh, not. Alright. Well, I have another way to get his attention. There is a very strong chance he will choke me again. We're going to need to head back to the ley line. Though there is a chance it might work. It's the only idea I have I can get in contact. If only there was some other way we could speak with a god that would have knowledge of these things.
Meanwhile, back at the prison.
Yes, that segue was on purpose.
She's still happily sitting crisscross applesauce.
Alright.
Still leaning up against the wall, looking up.
As all of you are waiting, eventually you will begin hearing footsteps. As a man dressed in black robes with a bird mask walks in and looks about, seeming surprised that there's more than just the warden and the angelic guard about.
Does George recognize this guy at all?
Do you?
I feel like he would if he's someone he hears about a lot.
I mean, you have to tell me in this instance. Do you recognize him?
I'm pretty sure this is. Wait. Okay. Either this is the guy from the one place where he went to go help with the exile mission, or this is the guy they saw outside of that one Golden Kingdom. Am I correct in either of those things?
I mean, you have to tell me.
Adel ain't there. She can't tell you, buddy.
George is gonna look and see. Is this the guy that he saw outside of the Golden City?
No,
Is
because
this?
the person you saw outside of the person that you saw outside of the Golden City was, as soon as I get my notes up, assuming I can fucking find it, because I have a lot of notes. Man, why do I have so many notes? I should just stop taking notes and make everything a problem.
Oh god.
The thing you saw outside of the city was a black crier, which is a undead entity that appears in places that are about to have some form of essentially apocalyptic something or another occur. Well, it could be something like a wildfire or an earthquake. This man is definitely not one of those.
Okay. Then is he one of the plague doctors from? I don't remember the town, but the place where George was originally exiled to help with.
Maybe. Do you remember their name?
I'll be sure to honest, I fucking don't. Listen, that was when I first joined. I'm not gonna remember that.
Okay. Well,
Kind of like breaking her hearing the footsteps. She's gonna open her eyes again. Oh, you
Yup.
must be the.
I
priest,
was
I
gonna.
believe.
Sorry. Go ahead.
She was gonna say that, looking towards the person.
He looks towards you and says, "Yes, I'm a doctor."
Well, nice to meet a fellow healer. She's gonna walk over with a nice, not too fast pace. I imagine she's very less excited, very slow, but extending a hand out as if to shake it.
He will look to you. He will look to your hand before, before slowly pulling out a handkerchief, covers his own hand, and then will shake yours.
Ah, of course. Forgot what that's like. It's
Apologies.
very common in Mora.
Apologies. It's for your safety, I assure you.
Oh. I tended to. She's gonna turn around, like back towards him now. The one in the. She'll point towards the top left cell and the bottom left cell. I tended to them. The one in the bottom left needs rest, I believe. But I'm sure you'll still check over them, hopefully. But this one, and she's gonna slowly turn into the cell. I worry for this one.
I will be able to assist him. By the
Thank you.
way, my name is Dr. Kane.
Nice to meet you. I'm Aurora.
George, this is the person from the town.
Okay.
I'm gonna,
Alright, I was fucking find myself. I was like, that. This person looks awfully familiar, but I suck with remembering name.
I'm gonna
Also,
like
I was
put
gonna.
my feet up on the table and like start picking mud from my boot.
As you do that, the warden goes, "Please do not clean thine boots upon our table."
Oh, my bad.
And as they're doing that, I was gonna check the plague doctor mask. Did he? Okay, I might just be fucking just being extremely dumb at this point because I'm cooked. But was there any name inscribed on it that said anything?
No,
Okay.
there's no name upon it.
Okay.
She'll gently move to the side so that they may one of the cells.
You kind of glitched out there for a minute, so I'll need
Oh.
you to repeat
She'll
yourself.
gently move to the side to allow the healer to do their work.
All right. The warden will unlock the cell, and you watch as the doctor goes in. He sets down a bag and will begin pulling instruments from it, as he will do his own version of a checkup upon the patient.
Okay.
This is
And if
happening,
you
George.
need any help, I'm here. She's gonna take a seat next to Maravista.
I will let you know if I need your assistance.
This is happening, George. Remembering the crier is gonna go up to the Redeemer and say, "Mind if I ask you a question?"
Of course not.
Okay. Since you guys are kind of all connected, can you be in contact with any of the redeemed near the entrances of any of the entrances of Haven to see if there's any strange entities in black sitting out there?
What sort of strange entities in black are you referring?
A crier.
A black crier.
Yes.
We shall search for them post haste.
Okay. Go back. Well, that's on. And if you find any, please inform me as soon as possible.
Of course. This angel does not move, but you do know that it is has sent the word for it to be searched.
Okay. And he'll go back to leaning up against the wall. Dr. Can I trust that someone told you about what we discovered? Or you already knew about that?
That is why I'm doing a checkup. I am uncertain of the situation myself.
So no one informed you about what we did to solve the issue?
He will look at you with a goggled eye and says, I was on my way here. I got word that there was someone in need of urgent care. But since I was not here when you discovered the solution, I do not know what the solution was. But based on his symptoms, I would say he has a parasite of some sort.
Aurora?
Yeah, she vanish the parasite or whatever.
Then we're dealing with abjuration parasites.
That's the one.
Sorry.
I never took that class in school.
She'll
That's
raise
a-
her head off of Marvis's shoulder. Almost falling asleep. What was the
They-
question?
Abjurations are very nasty whenever they can infect hosts. But luckily I do know of a cure that I am able to give.
Indeed, they were pretty nasty when I was dealing with them.
And as you are all watching, you begin to realize that everything he's doing, absolutely nothing screams magic out to any of you as he is working upon the patient.
Aurora?
Hmm.
That's not good.
Wait.
And then
She's gonna walk it past
you
Hoffy.
you all watch as he will raise a hand, and as he does, you see it glow a faint red, which he places upon the patient within the cell before he pulls his hand back, and all of you see a strange silvery ovular entity, which he slowly puts into a specimen jar, standing and screwing the lid upon the jar before saying he's healed.
Wait.
That's fancy.
She's gonna grab her tome, like when she kind of records medical stuff in. Has she ever encountered that in her time in Morath? Like,
No, you have never seen that before.
Seven Hells is her like tome is like floating in front of her. She's still flipping through it. She's gonna put it on her belt. What is that you just did?
I cured him, he says, walking out as the cell door shuts behind him.
But with what and how? I'm sorry. I've been doing this for a while, but I've never encountered such a means of
It
aiding someone.
it is difficult to explain, and
Please
I'm
forgive. I
afraid
have time.
I am afraid that I cannot explain it to you either.
Is there mayhaps somewhere I can find that have
I
learned this kind of thing?
I do not know. It came naturally to me.
Hmm. She's gonna record in her, not her sketch one, but her medical one. What
Hey,
happened there?
Doc, is this like a common skill your healers have around here?
I doubt it. It is something that I am capable of, but there may be others similar to me that can do the same.
So you're like a specialist?
Something like that.
Huh. She'll clear out of the way, kind of still taken aback.
I'm sorry, but I cannot tell you more. Otherwise, there would be a risk of infection.
The risk of infection.
I cannot say more than that.
Hmm.
Well, if one person has the power, certainly others can help us.
I would love to tell you more about it, but he does seem genuinely nervous about telling you about what he did. For the time being, I simply have to let it be known that I cannot tell you more than I already have.
Okay. Well, she's gonna record the findings, like
Um,
the hands in the glowing red like thing,
well, if
with
it
like a
makes you feel
professional
better,
description of everything, because I'm actually doing that right now.
I'm actually immune to algebraic parasites, and you could tell me without infecting me.
No, it is not. It is not the abjuration that would infect you.
What would
It is
infect me?
a different illness that I have to keep my knowledge away from you for about.
If you don't mind me asking, what is the illness?
It is an illness that can infect your mind simply by knowing what it is.
I'm very strong-willed. You may not have picked up on it, but I do wield psychic blades.
Sure you do. but I don't believe your psychic blades are going to help you against an infection. It's an illness, and you cannot stab a virus.
Hmm.
I'm gonna look at Aurora.
It's okay, you tried. She's gonna say that while pondering with the inkwell.
He watches you all for a while before eventually saying, "If you can find a way to make yourself immune to disease, I will happily inform you about what it is. But until then, I cannot."
Okay, so that's what we have to do. We have to make ourselves immune so that we can learn how to heal people.
Learning the ability I use does not require you to know anything, because I will simply say that there is one in your group of friends, or at least one in the group of friends of his, he says, pointing to George, who has a similar ability to what I
What is the
have.
ability?
The ability to be immune to disease.
No,
Or oh, okay.
it is the ability that I used, but they can use it in a different manner than myself.
My psychic blades.
Okay, Libya. So, are you a paladin of some
No,
sort? Okay.
I am a
Glad to understand
doctor.
that.
What's the ability I have to know?
I cannot tell you what it is without risk of you getting infected.
Oh, I thought because they were saying it like I can tell you. I thought that's what they're alluding to.
No, he can tell you that there is someone in your group who has an ability similar to his that acts differently than what he does with it.
We need to make me immune to disease.
We're just gonna fucking start grabbing his fucking, squeezing his brow again.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have other appointments I must keep. You have put me ahead of schedule. Thanks to healing those other two, and I appreciate that. Thank you both.
Long life ahead of me. Don't worry, I'll figure out a way.
Do you have a way we can
Get
get
myself a
contact with you?
disease.
You both started speaking before I could make out. So, what did you both say?
You can go first.
Do you have like a way we could contact you?
One of you already has a means of contacting me. The dwarven friend. And I guess also technically, he says, looking to George, him.
We will send letter by pigeon.
All you need to do is put on the mask.
Wait, you mean this one? As Otto pulls out his plague doctor mask.
He looks to it and says, apparently two of you have a means to contact me.
Perfect.
I bid you all good day, he says, bowing slightly before turning and going.
I'm an elf, so a long life ahead of me. I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again. Once I figure out how to make myself immune to disease, I suppose. She's gonna say while flipping through her journal.
A redeemed will enter. Who lied about being an elf?
Moving her tome because it's like I imagine it's like floating in front of her right now with her magic. She's gonna like shut the one side of it, push it to the side, look at the redeemed.
Well,
And
what
then
the
she's gonna
legal is very
remove
frowned upon.
She's gonna move the blanket off of her hair. showing her ears.
He'll look to you, and for a minute you can see him squinting, and you know that specifically you know that since angels are creations of divine beings, and you yourself are a creation of a divine being, he may not consider you to be an elf. But eventually, he will stand straight before turning and leaving.
My apologies. Carry on.
You got the elf car.
You got the E-Pass.
It's not so much that he actually thought you were lying, but they see
he doesn't
you.
see you. He doesn't see Estella as like a elf.
No, he sees you vastly different than how everyone else does.
Yeah, exactly.
He sees you for what you really are.
I mean, he was clearly talking about my psychic blades. Blades will slice you up. Surgical
her journal
precision.
out of the air and her inkwell and put it on her side. Okay.
I really love just constantly mentioning the psychic blade.
Honestly, everyone should start referring to me as doctor, just to like get prepared.
I will never be referring to you as that.
What's up, Doc?
And with that, I do believe your reason for being here is gone.
Please piss off at your Alicia.
Give a bow, pulling at the ends of her like dress, and then walk out.
As George is also walking out, he's going to fortunately contact his mother again and say, "Sorry, Mother, I need just one more thing from you."
Oh God.
Yes.
Aurora's already doing one more thing.
Really does.
He'll turn and look at Aurora.
You really shouldn't say sorry to me. You should say sorry to the one you were gonna harm.
As much as I'd like to do that, I'm not sure if I'd be able to tell the difference between the three.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I can. And she's gonna pull him in there.
Okay.
And she thought you were getting away with this?
Yeah. Does she recall which one it was? Because she was like really close to them.
This one.
She's gonna walk over with George, grabbing his arm.
Why have you both returned?
It'll just be a quick moment.
Under whose authority?
Azazel's.
Go away. Please go away.
George's
I'm
mom.
really tired of seeing you people in my dungeon.
Hello, Tall. I do apologize for what I attempted to do to you. I did not have an understanding of what happened with you and everyone else.
He looks up. He looks you in the eyes before saying, "I don't accept your apology."
Fuck off.
Before very calmly sitting on the bed.
I'll be here to check up on you again,
I
friends.
hate you for saying that. Well, George is going to leave without another word.
What? That was the renegade option?
I mean, you can't really do anything.
What is the Paragon auction gonna be?
I mean, if you had asked him why, he would have explained the situation, but you just left, so.
So there you go. That was the renegade option.
That was the renegade option.
Hey, thanks for watching the video until the end. If you want to see more of my stuff, click on either the vids on screen or check out my YouTube channel. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and check the description for more places to follow me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be seeing you.